Shredlords! What's up, legends? How the heck we doing? How the heck we doing, my guys? Let's play around with some of these sounds. Let's try this. I like our, normal sound. Nimrose, what up, top dog? Oh my goodness, you are in Houston, dude. Prayers, man, for you and everyone around you, that you all stay warm and safe as the Arctic freeze swoops through the world, man. Hoping everybody stays warm. You need anything from me, Nimrose? Let me know, man. Let's play around with some of these songs. Let's see what Epidemic Sounds got for us. Ooh, hold me. Let's see what this is. Yeah, that's a little spooky. Hold on, chat. It's like a little. It's like a London drill. It's like a London drill. We're dealing with the copyright-free music, gents. Oh, jeez. Stuff we do to not get banned. We got so much we got to do today, guys. There is a few things I want to react to today. Of course, starting with hold on, let's get the let's show the face. What's up, Shredlords? Oh, why do I have one strand of hair? What the heck? What up, Shredlords? I should do a fade in and out. How do I do that? Should I get somebody to make like a cool anime style stream intro, outro? Of like me cranking out a computer? How you guys doing, man? Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy freaking Saturday. Hey, look, I know we got a lot of East Coast Texas people in the mix. I'm hoping that every single one of you all are safe and sound. Praying that folks have necessary water, food, shelter, warmth, heat, natural gas, whatever you need in this quick little brick. Hoping my fam back home is good too, cause it's about to be cold, y'all. It's about to be cold. But how's everybody doing? Woe99, I hope you're having a great day, man. Oh, you said it would be cool. That would be dope. That would be pretty dope. You guys want to see an example? Like, I interviewed some folks to ask if they can show me a draft. We can look at it together. It's not of me, but it's like of
Springsteen.
Yeah, it's like not of me, but it's like of something else. That's like their sample work. Rich Topic, what's up, dude? Edwin, what's up, dude? Chris, Nimrose, whoa. The early birds. Hey, man, the early birds always get the worm around here. I'm trying to make some smart money plays today, y'all. There's a lot of stuff I want to react to. I want to check out the Linus Tech thing. I want to check out the Linus Tech. I want to. They did like the earnings release. So I want not earnings release, but like they showed how they make money. I want to react to that. I want to see Intel's earnings. That's like a big deal, y'all. A lot of folks. It was kind of like the end of the week, and we were kind of busy with a lot of things, but it's like pretty important, y'all. The Intel earnings. So I want to check that out. I want to. Then after that, then we're chilling. We get to do some chill stuff this evening. So That's the name of the game. Rich topic, but it's okay. I'm with the chat captain and I'm money in the market, so don't talk to me. That's facts, man. Rich, that's facts, bro. That is simply facts. Hey, they say put your money where your mouth is. And we put it in an index fund, boys. We put it in an index fund. Check out our portfolio. We are neither up or down. Oh, yeah. Whoa, that's a really good point. Thanks for reminding me, bro. Thank you so much. We have to react to Davos. There's so much going on. Davos, Greenland, so many things in the macro world where we just gotta get smarter on it, build a perspective on it. It's about to be a productive day, boys. Yeah, it's about to be a productive day. We hustling out here. Chat Capital, we in the mix. We out here doing it for the shred lords, all right? It's getting cold in Texas. Hey, Rich, for real, I hope you're being safe, man. And you and your people have everything you need to be sheltered, warm, and get through this Arctic freeze and unscathed. So, you know what I'm saying? I just can't imagine that I escaped all forms of code. So I left to the west coast of California. I embraced the taxes to avoid any type of frigid weather. So speaking of that, if anyone has a business, I think some type of business, like my tax people were telling me, like, oh, 131. And then apparently like some type of business taxes is due on 131. And I was like, don't bother me with that. I'm trying to get this content out. Oh my goodness. I'm so I just gotta put a PSA out there. For the bankers I'm working with, for the tax advisors that are chasing me down on taxes, for the lawyers that want me to get all these disclaimers across all these channels. Guys, we're just here for vibes. We're having fun. All right. Life is meant for living, not to be hitting me with all these dang to-do lists. All right. So if I ain't answering y'all calls, join the stream. I'll talk to you guys then. Because I'm hanging with the boys and girls, because we had girls in the chat yesterday. So I'm hanging with the boys and the girls. All right, we out here having fun, chat capital, getting things done, doing what we got to do. And our money is in the markets. Oh, the first thing I wanted to show you guys, though. Remember I told you I had, hey, Mahmoud, how you doing? That's a really nice last name, if that's your last name. Scoliosis. If I work in private equity, first and foremost, congrats. That's epic. And I buy 2 businesses, get 2 loans for both of them, and pay these 2 businesses with loans. Wait, what? Hold on. Huh? You asking me about something that's criminal? What the heck? I am not a lawyer or a criminal lawyer or a justice expertise. Everything I do is with integrity in the right way. So if I work in private equity, that's not criminal, and I buy 2 businesses and you get 2 loans for both of them and pay these 2 businesses with loans. So if you buy 2 businesses with a loan, so you're financing the purchase of that business, and then once you own the business, you then get more out of it with incrementally more loans. Is that criminal? I don't think so. As long as the business cash flows and you can satisfy all your debt obligations, you need to ensure that you can pay down, of course, the SBA loan. That's first and foremost most important. And then after that, I assume you're then going to go to a place and try to get incremental working capital or something like that. But just make sure the business can satisfy. That's not criminal. It's kind of just like you're about to ruin your entire credit profile, and you'll never be able to like get anything ever if you like fumble this. But I have a highly, even beyond that, like if it comes down to questioning if something is, hey, ATK, thank you for subbing to the channel. Welcome, Shredlord. Welcome to the fam. But really, really, really good message for you here. if you are thinking of doing anything and you are unsure whether or not it is a sound decision or if it has integrity or if it's criminal, ask yourself this very, very, very simple question. Does it pass the Wall Street Journal test? Meaning, if the action you are about to do was printed on the front page of the Wall Street Journal for your friends, your family, your grandma, your mom, your local priest, for all of them to see your actions, would they be proud of it? And if the answer is no, don't do it. Plain and simple, twin. Don't do it. Make sure every action you make can pass the Wall Street Journal test. All right? Buying 2 businesses with 2 SBA loans is legal as long as you qualify. That is very true, Nimrose. But the key is, unless you're Palantir, the key is SBA has rules around how much you can borrow for acquisitions. So for SBA loans, there is a $5 million cap, meaning you, like, out of all SBA leverage for 7A acquisitions, you can't go above $5 million. How you split it up, it's like your own business. But they also, if they underwrite you for one loan, they typically want to see that you are then able to satisfy the debt of that first acquisition, that first loan. And then they want to see like a year of like net income. And then they'll allow for you to reapply for another incremental SBA loan. Right? So, like, the issue that I'm running into is we're using SBA to get this first acquisition, but I already have a pipeline that's like crazy of add-on acquisitions and other deals. So SBA might not allow for me to complete this first deal and then jump the next week to the next deal using SBA again, because they want to at least see that I'm a good qualified buyer or borrower with the first operating business. Granted, once you're scaled and you're doing a bunch of these, they trust you. But if you're new to this, you have to make sure that you have the ability to satisfy the debt, right? Because like all of your loans are attached to like your social security number or like your like personal identifier details. So they can see if you have this home loan, this car loan, this SBA loan for this acquisition. So the next deal you do, they're going to see that you already have all this debt outstanding. And they're going to see how you're performing on that debt. If you're actually paying it down, if the businesses are performing, and if they look at all of your credit history and realize that like, oh, this guy or gal is chalked when it comes to leverage, they're gonna be like, yeah, nah, we're not gonna give you any more money. You know? Nimro's with the Nimro's coming in hard today with the facts. Cash flow is king. Pay the loans down. We discussed that before, but get commercial down the line, which is crazy. That's my favorite setup. That's my favorite setup, man. Buy a business using SBA. Prove that you can scale the business, generate net income, profits, right? Have the bank account of that business be with a good local community bank, small commercial bank that wants the deposit relationship. So all of the income, receipts go into that local bank account. Then you're then able to refinance that SBA loan with a commercial term loan that has no personal, well, might have a less intensive a guarantee, but some oftentimes has no personal guarantee, better rates, and less hairy, right? And once you do that, it reopens that $5 million capacity of SBA. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can continue to scale and grow for a cash flowing business that has cushion to have more leverage. And that's how y'all rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like a playbook to this, but you got to be very, very, very diligent around this. I would never condone, hey, go buy all these businesses in the entire world with a bunch of leverage. No, not at all. That's dumb, right? Only if the business can reasonably afford the debt on the capital structure. Have you got a chance to look into Bessent's background? What's that? What's Bessent's? What's Bessent's? Well, Mahmoud, let's say I buy a consulting business, nice, and another service-based business that the consulting firm pays for a service. So it's basically a loop of pay on myself, but we look good enough on market. What are you solving for? Let's think big picture. Hey, Ethan. What's up, champ? How the heck you doing? Have I looked into Scott Besson? He sounds familiar. Is he like finance treasury or something? Scott Besson. Is he like an ex-big finance guy that's not in the government? Scott Besson. Oh, yeah, he's the Secretary of Treasury. Okay, that makes sense. I knew it looked familiar. I was like, what? That sounds very familiar. Yeah, this guy, Scott Besson. He's got a big like corporate background though. Right? Scott Besson. Investing. Yeah. That's where I know him from. He worked in finance. Yeah. He had a hedge fund. He was a hedge fund manager. Yep. Oh, he's probably going to be the new Fed chair? W, in my opinion. I mean, if we got... I think hedge fund investors are the smartest people in the entire world. I'd love to have them running the economic drivers. I don't care. I honestly don't care who's in the seat. As long as my money is, good. You know what I'm saying? As long as my investment's out here making moves, I don't care if my mama in the seat. All right? I don't care if Boogie is the next Fed chair. As long as they can drop my variable rate on my SBA loan and stimulate the global economy, and we see 15% plus CAGR in S&P 500, I don't care if an alien runs this thing, dude. Returns are returns. Do whatever you guys got to do to ensure that my stuff compounds so I can go chill in Bali, catching fish. Remember, guys, the mission. Ethan, how the heck you doing, Shredlord? I hope you're having an amazing Saturday, man. Hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Amazing Saturday. What else we got going on in here? We're playing with some of these sounds, guys. I'm curious, like some of these sounds, how we like some of these. I'm just trying to find some vibes. Wool 99 is gonna help me with a ideate intro outro vibes. It sounds light skin. I don't like it. Sounds mad light skin, like somebody in their feelings. We need that gangster stuff. We need this stuff to get us fired up. We ain't hopping on chat just to pillow talk. We hopping on chat, make smart money moves. We're the playlist for the shred lords that are copyright free. Does anybody have like a good epidemic sounds? English boy. All right. What about this one? Add it up. That's not. Ooh, add it up. It's called Add It Up. I ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. He literally sounds like a 13-year-old that started the rap. Or a pass on that. Wait, here, let's look at this together. Look at this together. We're gonna pick all these together, guys. Oh, jeez. Cool Webby, what up, twin? How you doing? How the heck you doing? Hope you're having an amazing day, man. Is Jesus Christ in my chat? Jesus, I love you. Jesus. Okay, we got to give you a nickname, all right? I feel kind of bad saying Jesus Christ. Because sometimes I get out of pocket in here. And if everything that was in my transcript was like at the gates of heaven from these live streams, chat, I might be chalked. So I'm going to call you J-Dub. Can I call you J-Dub? Like, I know your name on the chat is Jesus Christ, but can I call you J-Dub for short? Wait, we might already have a J-Dub. That sounds very familiar. We might already have a J-Dub. Oh, you could do Lakey inspired. He makes copyright-free music. Who's Lakey inspired? What do you do in private equity when you work in a firm, and what's the school path you took or recommend? Mahmoud, before we get to that, we got to talk about this other question. You want to buy a consulting business and then another service-based business, and you want that consulting business. So the consulting firm pays for a service. So it's basically a loop of paying myself. Guys, how do we... You want to buy a consulting business. You then want to also buy a service business. And you want the consulting business to pay for a service from the service business. All right. How about this? Pick one business, grow it, Pay down all your leverage that you used to acquire that business. Reinvest into the company to continue scaling. All the leftover leverage-free cash flow, you distribute to you and your other shareholders. And you take a reasonable salary as the CEO of that business. Let's keep it simple, bro. Let's keep it simple. You don't need to have 5 businesses. I think people are good with 1 their entire lifetime. You don't need to have 2. Don't let all this hustle culture make you think you need to have multiple businesses. Just pick 1. Pick 1. Crush it with that. Once that's done, then we talk about the next one. All right. But trying to do all this to like, boom, pay yourself, that's annoying in terms of just like maintaining that, monitoring that. And I don't know what your objective is. If your objective is simply free cash flow generation, stick 1, crush it. If your objective is tax optimization, right? Like that's a whole nother discussion, you know? Hey, Boogie's in the mix. What up, twin? How you doing, Boogie? Hey, Boogie, the Billy Goat himself. What up, twin? Wait, guys, I need thoughts on like a dog playlist for... Oh, Gas Money. This sounds fire. Hold on. Let's rip it. I need gas money. I need gas money. The amount of time I get that request in my Cash App is like inhumane.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Hold up.
550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Nope, we're not getting high. Sorry, buddy. You really had us going there until you told us to do something a little outside of our comfort zone. Next.
All right. Let me get this line.
Hold on.
To the bank, like.
Bro, why do these playlists suck? We need a copyright one. Will Nye, the science guy. What's up, man? You coming to save the day? Is it copyright free though? It's got to be copyright free. I'm not trying to get strike, bro. I think I'm on my last strike with YouTube. 27. Oh, bro. It's Nas, you know? Nas definitely isn't copyright free, Will Nye. Like look, if I could just play anything I want, you guys want to see what I would actually play? This is what I would actually play. I would play. This is what I would actually play. Right? Something like this for like 5 seconds. Like, that's it. That's all I can do. All right? Something like that. I would vibe out something like that. All right? Jeez. If the cups were off, boys and girls, if the cups were off, we're starting stream Burnt Peanut style. That's it. That's it. I think I'm over my limit in terms of time I can allocate to that. So, sorry, YouTube, if you're watching or once you're going, because once it's done, YouTube does like a review of everything that's said and played in my streams, and it gives me like an approval of like, oh, this one's copyright free, ready to be uploaded as a VOD. And I'm like, bro. And it's AI, so you know AI is not about to miss anything. You know what I'm saying? But eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I don't care. So, all right, I could play. Okay, whoa, are you like 100% sure that Lake? Who's Lakey inspired? Lakey. Okay. You're like 100% sure. Yeah, YouTube, please don't take me down. I'm having way too much fun, and I'm just getting started. All right. How do I check the... Ooh, wait, hold on. Non-copyright music for you. Whoa! There's a playlist for this. He just asked, how do I do that? How do I give him credit? Oh, heck no. First of all, is he about to ask for AdSense revenue? That's how they get you. Yeah, I'll give you some fire vibes. I just want all your AdSense. All right, we're going to play a quick segment. What's the best one, though? Well, put in my description. Bro. What's his best song? Oh, you said Chill Day? All right, here we go. 3. Oh, bro. This is simple. We need bangers. Non-copyright. Non-copyright rap. We ain't want no study music. We need hip hop. I'm gonna text Kayvon. Can you make me an album? I'm about to ask Kayvon. Can you make me an album? None of that light skin stuff you used to make. Straight bangers. That's what I'm asking Kayvon. We need straight bangers. Like, listen, this is. Ooh, hold on. Come on, y'all. Like, we need something from like the UK Mandem, you know? I need something like this.
Take it, fuck these niggas up.
Just cool. It's calm. I didn't run. I got heart. My girl.
And see that'd get me fired up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we about to make some smart money moves. I need my Mandem off the East End, huh? You know what I'm saying? I need folks out there motivated to get these peas, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Motivated to get these peas, bruv. Whoa, 99, you trying to get me to prepare for a law school application. Oh, snap. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. Mahmoud, you're so locked in. I love it. I'm such a goof. All right, what do I recommend for school? Oh, wait, I just saw Nimrod. Okay, wait. Nimrod's gonna get to you in 1 sec. What do I recommend for school? I would say, what's your life goal? You said you want to work in private equity? Would a bank look at you differently before? Oh, wait. Would a bank look at you differently before giving you SPO if you're like 23? Yeah, definitely. Like, they ask for your experience, like work experience and relevant experience for the business you're acquiring. Hey, Kenny, what do you do? Oh, the way around it, if you have the seller or the owner roll some equity, then their licenses and experience get included into the underwriting process. Hey, Kenny, what do you do in private equity when you work in a firm? And what's the best school path? Oh, great question. What is private equity? Private equity is playing Monopoly for a living. You go around the board, you find amazing businesses or properties, you buy them, you hold them for 5 to 7 years, you fix operations, you install management teams, you expand and grow the business with the objective of generating more free cash flow than you did when you first bought it. Afterwards, you then sell it to someone else that is willing to pay you a larger price. But as a private equity firm, your day-to-day job is split between sourcing, diligence, and value creation. On the sourcing side, that is going around the entire world and finding good businesses, building relationships with owners, and then making sure that you are top of mind when it comes to actually owning or them selling that company to you. Diligence, that is when you are looking at a company that wants to sell and they give you all of the available information to do diligence for you to do your homework to figure out if this is a good or a bad business, right? And then third, value creation, aka portfolio company work. That is when you already own a company. You have to work with the CEO and the CFO to ensure that while you are owning a private equity firm, you are doing well, crushing it, making sound return on equity investments, and you're adding value, right? So that's how my days are spent as a PE guy, especially when I was at KKR. Sourcing, diligence, value creation. Hope that helps. What else? Need to update that chat capital tracker? Yeah, that means you need to give more money, Boogie. What do you recommend for school? If you want the easy route, go to Ivy League and join the investment clubs at the Ivy League. If you want optionality in finance, go to a good school that has an undergraduate business school. I recommend Michigan or Ross or UT Austin. Those just have like a really good sound population of like dogs that are across the street. And something about their investment clubs, they just have a good curriculum. Like, all those kids know how to speak the language of like really good investing, and like thinking actually like critically about businesses and markets. But my number one choice, go to Michigan. Go to Michigan. Why? Because we bleed blue. We got the dog in us. You know what I'm saying? Wharton sucks. How you doing, Eric? How you doing, Eric? All right. So, chat. Boogie wants us to... Okay, Nimros, how do we do that? How do we do that? Because there's like an AI song maker, right? AI song maker for copyright-free music. When in doubt, team, we go to Gemini. When in doubt, we go to Gemini. Let's go to Gemini. Let's figure this out, y'all. Is there a way that I can input a popular song I like and have AI create a copyright-free voiceover or remake of the beat so that it sounds nearly identical, but when uploaded to YouTube, it doesn't trigger a copyright violation. Let's try to figure this out, y'all. Let's try to figure this out. We need to update the chat capital tracker. Yeah, man, the system's broken right now. You just got to put more money in. That's the only way how it works. JK, I haven't gotten to that. We've been working on a whole bunch of stuff, guys. We have been deep with our banker trying to sell this company, finishing the SBA checklist. All right. I also have to update you guys on the new deal. We got so much to do. Can someone keep me organized? Where's Chris? Chris, are you in here? Chris, where you at? Say hi if you're in here. I'm reading through the chat. Hold on. Well, it's your name. Okay, Chris. Can you make a list of what we got to do today? Because we got to talk about. One, the Intel earnings. That's really important, guys. Like, very important. Because that's going to help us. That's going to shape the markets next week. All right. Number two, I want to. Didn't someone say we should react to Linus Tech Tips? They have their revenue model out. That'd be cool to react. Greenland and Davos, and then Eric's here, so I want to kind of play. I want to play a game with Eric and Boogie if we can. Keep us organized, Chris. And if I have to react to anything that you made, Chris out here. Chris is our analyst. Chris is the chat capital analyst. Chris out here making stuff. So if you want me to react to anything that you're making, or if you're still heads down cranking, keep cranking. But all right. To be direct, while there are tools that do exactly what you're asking, it is practically impossible to make a nearly identical remake of a popular song that is truly copyright-free and immune to YouTube's detection. YouTube's Content ID system doesn't look for the original digital file. It also looks for a composition. Oh, we might be chalked. It looks at the melody, the chord, and the progression. Guys, we can't beat AI. Like Nimros, we can't beat AI. They're too good. They're too good. Like, it's way too good. You know what I'm saying? How to actually avoid a strike. Yeah. We just got to make our own album. Realistically, we just got to make our own album. You know? Like, we got to go to the studio and make a mixtape for the dogs. You know? That's my vote. Chris says, what do you think is harder, sourcing, diligence, or value creation? I think value creation. I think that's the hardest thing. Because you can sourcing, they're all equally difficult. Like, they're all equally difficult. Like, to be an amazing sourcer, you need to just be relentless in your pursuit to, like, meet people and be in the flow, right? Like, there's a friend that I have, we're gonna call him B-Man, or no, I can say his name, Stance Bradford. He's the most talented sourcer in all of finance. Like, his ability to, like, find the right people, get them on a phone, become incredible friends with them, and like cultivate a relationship and get a deal out of it is ungodly. He's so good. And then diligence, you really have to just be like extremely analytical. Like, but also extremely analytical at the junior end, but then also big picture and like have like the true investor psychology at the more senior end, right? Like analytical, you got to chop through a bunch of raw things, raw data cuts, raw customer files, all kinds of things. But like once you get through all that data, like what does that mean? You got to have the ability to like actually know what the data's telling you. It's one thing to clean the data, and I think AI is going to replace everybody that's doing that soon. It's another thing to look at it and be like, there's patterns here. Why? Because I've seen this exact same setup. I've seen this exact same margin compression story, or I've seen this exact same go-to-market playbook across 15 different industries 20 years ago. So this is definitely going to happen again, right? Something like that. Like you need the experience or the hard work to like learn patterns across businesses, industries, and cycles. And then value creation. Value creation is, if you're a small firm like Dreamline, value creation essentially means like running a company. If you're at a big firm, it just means micromanaging. Like at a big firm, like we were very much micromanaging executive leaders and CEOs and CFOs. Why? Because we own the company, we have targets, and it's about like being on the team and adding pressure to ensure that we're hitting those targets and adding value, right? But when you're smaller, it's like you got to do all that stuff yourself. So it's like hiring people, coming out with new products, all types of stuff. So like what I think is harder for me personally, the hardest thing for me personally is value creation. Just because it's like very time consuming. Like guys, I'm literally looking at, you guys want to see what I do during the day? I'll show you. Let me see. I'll show you what I do during the day. We're hiring somebody for this role that is we're hiring an engineer for my business, and I have to find these candidates, and then I have to vet whether or not they're qualified enough. And I'm out here looking at a resume book of like all these people, and I'm looking at their reference projects to see if their ability to do alta boundaries and site plans and, you know, civil engineering designs is up to par with what we want to do at the business. You know, why? Because like the team on the ground, like they're jammed, like they're locked in, you know? But I'm looking through all this stuff to see like, all right, who looks like they have the technical proficiency? How am I doing this? AI. AI is helping me a lot. Like, I don't know what this means, but I'm learning it with AI. And then I'm just kind of like scoring who seems like they know what they're doing, you know? I would do this all on stream, but it's a lot of like people's like resumes and personal info and all that. But we could show their reference projects. And out of all this stuff, I think the top candidate is probably this person here. Why? Because like when I was in the office in Florida, like the team was showing me things like this, and I was like, this looks familiar, you know? You know, just little things like that, like finding talent. I was looking at the other thing is, I'm literally going to show you guys everything. The other thing is, what can I show? This? I don't think this has any sensitive information. Oop, names. Oop. Oop. The other thing is this here, right? So when you own a company, you want to make sure you give benefits to people so that they stay. So we're trying to figure out healthcare plans for employees. So like I had to gather the census, and now I got to go through like, all right, what is the best healthcare plan for all of our employees? Because it's probably cheaper to get a group plan, right? And I had no freaking clue what healthcare was. When I was working, I was just like, I don't get sick. I'm just going to pay for my healthcare, right? But now it's like I got real responsibilities. Like we got people that are family planning. We got people that are older. We got people that are, you know, have children. So it's just like I can't not give them healthcare. So I'm working with this healthcare brokerage, and I got to look at all these different solutions and figure out, all right, which one is really optimal based on like their actual personal needs. And then how much is it going to cost? You know, here's like the monthly premiums. And it's kind of like, this business crushes it. We can afford it. But it's like, is there that much of a difference between this $8,400 package versus a $6,000 package? Little things like that, right? And then I'll show you guys what else I'm doing. No, not that one. Then there's this one, right? There's the new deal that we had. And we had a management meeting on Friday. And it's a Michigan-based roofing business. Super cool, super boring. But crushes it. The business has 35% margins. It's been around for 35 years. And it is the #1 ranked roofing business in Michigan for like 10 years straight. And the owner has been trying to sell the business directly. He doesn't have a banker. And he's what's the setup? Like, he's been meeting with other like private equity folks and like searchers. They're called searchers. And the issue is like, they're super Wall Street hardcore, all these fancy words. They're trying to do all this nuanced structuring and all these things. And like, he truly doesn't give two craps about any of that. He just wants to sell the business to someone that he trusts, that's going to take care of their employees and the integrity of his legacy. Right? So like, for this whole management meeting, which was like an 1.5-hour call with this guy, I had to like be as personable, and this is the sourcing side. I had to be as personable as I can to just like break down that barrier of like crazy hardcore finance vibe, and like be down to earth and just like hear about his story, hear about what like what's going on in the office, like why do people, like how's he continue to win and crush it, what else was like a big deal winner? Showing like, what does it mean to be a holding company instead of a private equity firm? I had to like position myself as a good, likely candidate to acquire the business, and then walking him through the process of what it's actually like to sell to me. Meaning like, what would he get himself into if we were to like go down diligence? And now he's like, yeah, let's rock. I want to roll. Like, what do you need from me? When can you submit an offer? So now I have to go through the delicate balance of like actually doing the right work that I need to get done to improve, to like ensure that the price I want to pay is fair and accurate. But we also need to do some type of QOV to ensure that the numbers are legit. But when it comes to like the legal stream, we need to also ensure that like we're not giving him a 70-page purchase agreement to dive through, but instead it's kind of like normal simple doc. Did y'all know Warren Buffett, like back in the day, used to like buy crazy businesses with like a 1-page legal doc? And now people out here buying stuff for like 100-page docs. Crazy. I'm catching up on chat. But what did you do as an employee? They gave you a budget to buy the companies, or you put it on a team that did that? So as a private equity fund, you guys have like the firm has a account with the dollars. Our job is to figure out, where should we buy? Like, what should we buy? How much should we pay? And then once we agreed and all the stuff is signed, then the company's finance team sends a check to whoever we're buying it from. Honestly, never done. I'm using ChatGPT, Gemini to make it. Yeah. Aw, Eric, you're so nice, dude. Hope everyone doing good tonight. Eric, I hope you doing good tonight, guy. You hear that? Hey, I hope you and your family doing good tonight. All right, Eric? We appreciate you, man. Speaking of which, Eric, I might need to come over to your house tomorrow or next weekend or something. I need to film a video about food. So let's make a vid, bro. Let's make a vid. Do you also use Gemini's Notebook LM and Google Colab? Wait, Chris, should I? That's a really good point. I should? I'm sure you can do this without traditional schooling, right? Wait, Will and I'm catching up. What was this about? I'm sure you can do this without Google. I'm sure you can do this without traditional schooling. I think so. Got it, sir. I got the list ready, and we'll let you know the next thing to do. I appreciate you, Chris, keeping us organized. I'm just putting in more videos in PE site, but I got organized everything first. All right. Nimrose, random question. Do you have the resources to help with B2B lead gen? For example, for dry cleaning or washing, I need more B2B clients. Do you know any freelancers for this type of job? Yeah, we got like, well, it's in the deal team. But there's like sourcers for people that are trying to buy businesses, but then you also have like you know, hardcore phone bangers that go out and just like bang B2B clients and phones. So part of the deal team is kind of like having like a sales enablement type of function for businesses to grow. We got everything you need, dog. We got everything you need. Ethan out here making smart money moves. Ethan, you hanging out with the top dogs tonight, man. Nimrod, sir, I'm facing the same problem. It's so hard because there's no demand for the services, but then suddenly there's huge demand. And I can't quantify what we need. Yeah, you guys got to get organized with that. Y'all got to get organized with that, y'all. Good question. How do you market research? Yeah, okay. You guys talking to each other. I don't know why you're reading this like you're talking to me. y'all talking to each other. Hey, y'all go ahead. Keep the conversation going. I ain't mean to disturb. But okay, yeah. So let's talk about the learnings and outcome. So one of the main questions that I asked is like, how big is the team? Like, what are they doing? And he's the main owner. And he says there's a few girls in the office and they do secretary, bookkeeping, and then production. He kept saying production. I didn't know what that was. And then he has subcontractors for the field crews. And he has 4 crews that are ready to roll whenever he needs. And he says labor is not a problem. But then he mentioned this. He said that like trying to find other field crews, like the roofing per hour expense is like pretty expensive. And he says workers' comp and liability is 40-50% of payroll. Granted, people are going on roofs. So that's kind of, you know, risky, I guess, for a worker. High risk, high rates. That makes sense. And then he wants to do more remodeling work and repairs, but he just doesn't have the capacity or the interest in doing that. Like this guy's like pretty much clocked out. He's like, I've made a bunch of bank. I'm ready to retire. I told him if I gave him a check right now, like, what would he do? And he says, well, I'll give you the login, give you the keys, and I'm out. So this guy's chilling. He said he wants to go to Florida. Like you guys need to understand, these owners, they want to go retire in Florida so bad. They want to retire in Florida so bad, y'all. So bad. All right, challenge. The salespeople, and he was mentioning that like back in the heyday for the business, they used to crush it, right? Like the business is doing like 2.5, 3 million in revenue now. But he said that like with a good sales team, you can do like 10, 15, right? And they don't need to be, like, usually I thought for the sales team, it's like they're going door to door, knocking on doors, being like, hey, you want to replace your roof? Like a field team. That's what I thought. But he says, no, they're just like handling like phones and handling the inbounds and calling. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, we'll buy this thing and we're going to build an entire sales ecosystem in the Philippines, you know? So, because it's like 90% cheaper and it's 24-hour coverage, right? So, but I think you do need to have a sales footprint in the region to do like field team stuff. I think there is a benefit for the company to like have like people covering neighborhoods and building those relationships. Why? Because I think this guy probably naturally had that. And when he's not in the picture, that'll be a gap in the business as go to market. You know, reviews, repeat customers, and then sales come in, referrals. Like I wanted to know like what the process was. When it slowed down, they used to go out and hit neighborhoods, put yard signs. That's crazy. Like you see how effective it is to put a yard sign in the business. And then he says sales guys are high maintenance people. He doesn't do any marketing. And then like he just mentioned that like he built this relationship with people and they're literally just like around for like they just come back every 10 years. New set replacement, Macy Nolan replacement, and then this is like their main coverage areas. They don't like to go out too far around their areas. And then he was like, he's like, I don't really pay attention to competition. He says, I don't even know who's out there anymore. He says, but calls keep coming in, y'all. And I was like, all right, fine, bet. And he was mentioned that like now a lot of like young millennial homeowners are like the new like customers. And he was like, he can't stand working with them. They're micromanagers. Like all these young people want to watch you do all the work and have all these nuanced comments and all that. He says that he typically avoids work from the younger homeowner crowd. And I'm like, bruh, you can't avoid them forever. So just got to put them in their place. I'm like, you want this? Yes or no? If not, I got 10 other jobs. So shut up and let me work this roof, you know? And then this is key, right? Usually I usually don't ask this to the owners. I usually ask this when I'm doing like customer calls, but he brought it up on his own. And he talked about like what the key purchasing criteria is for this business. And listen up, guys, because this is like really important here. Whenever you're trying to buy a company, you need to always understand from a diligence perspective, what is the key purchasing criteria for a customer to buy your product or service? And how do you rank on that criteria? Right. And he said for customers, like the key criteria is number 1, the trust and confidence. 2, the underlying product. And then 3, how much you actually are. Yeah, Boogie, this is the new deal from Friday. We got a cool roof repair company. The guy wants to rock and roll. And he wants to offer this week. So, chat, we about to decide if we want to put in a little bit of offer type stuff. I said, like, what do you want the vision to be for next? He was like, oh, hopefully someone just makes more money. Like, he doesn't care at all what we do with this company after he sells. He's that clocked out. He was mentioning that he does 10, 15 of revenue back in the heyday, but definitely not that now. COGS are going up. And who's managing the business? Yeah, it's for Dreamline. Call for work when carriers. Yeah, these are just all my raw notes, guys. I got to put it into like AI to just like clean it up. Here, wait, let's actually do that. Boom. Let's see. Clean up and summarize the notes that I have from this marketing, from this management meeting. They got going on. Doom. Operations, high cost for workers' competent. Oh, look at this. Asking price, 2.5. Your new owner should like the hire general manager, implement a robust marketing plan. All right, easy peasy. That's so cool. I wish I had this when I was in like a first year. Oops. Wait, Gemini, where'd you go, Mike? Dun, 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 dun. Easy peasy. There we go. Now we got clean notes. I usually log this into Notion, but I just wanted to show you guys here. I can't pull up my Notion. It's got my whole pipeline on its way in. Who's managing the business? There's a number 2 involved, and but I don't think he's got that dog in him to run like the full company, as well as like the add-ons for other competing roofing businesses. So this one will have to hire a general manager that's licensed and loop them into part of the deal. You dig? Hey, that's how we do deals, Chat Capital. All right. Well, Collab is just like for simple coding, and Notebook LM is like for educating yourself. I should do that then. Notebook LM. Notebook LM. Chat, should I raise a fund? I think I should raise a fund, chat. Right? There's like so many, like there's so many deals, you know? I can't self-fund everything, but we got a lot of deals. Oh, understand anything. Ooh. Yeah, I should. Wait, this is actually really cool. Oh, wait, chat. We should have a Chat Capital Notebook LM to like study and learn things. We as future LPs. Hey, Chris, you out here getting greedy. Chris out here getting greedy. Maybe. Do you think GoPro could be a buyout target? Are they already public? Oh yeah, they are. $207 million. Ooh, dang. Why is GoPro pooping the bag? They're crushing it usually in terms of just like marketing and all that. What I would do, like if you want to get funky, you can like buy the business, spin out this video editing software one, double all your marketing and resources into the action camera hardware, sell the mobile app stuff because none of that is like crazy needle moving for the business, and then re-IPO GoPro to just be simply a consumer hardware one, or you just like sell them all in pieces. Buy the company, sell the video editing one to Adobe, sell the mobile app one to like, I don't know, some type of like mobile app holdco like Tiny Capital, and then just double down of like hiring a new CEO for the action cameras, reinvesting into like product positioning and branding, because they already have like good brand. Like it's like it has crazy brand equity. I would strip everything besides the brand equity of the action cameras, and then sell that to Sony, something like that, or DJI. DJI is like a logical buyer. Who owns DJI though? Frank Wang, what up, twin? In Shenzhen, China. Oh, DJI is a state-owned asset too. They got cash. They got cash. They could buy it. That's what I would do if I was DJI. Just take out GoPro real quick. Take out GoPro real quick. Chat Capital out here making smart money moves. All right, we as future LPs. Are the economics better in raising a fund or self-funding, assuming you are to scale? Good question, J-Dub. Really good question. I think if you're... The thing is, you can do bigger things with... you can do bigger things with raising capital, right? Like if you have enough capital to do the whole thing, sure, it's like it's a great play. Do it. But if you don't have millions of dollars just like sitting around, then you can self-fund a smaller deal. You know, let's actually do an example. I give you let's like a stupid silly example. Oops. Oh. Whoa. Definitely don't pull that up. We got too many things going on. Kenny Finance. Slow down so you don't get canceled. Slow down. Has anyone found a good copyright free song yet? Let's get a modeling song going. Let's get a little modeling vibe. Dog, I would just love to play this.
Take heat, put these niggas up.
Just cool. It's calm.
That'd be
cool.
so dope. That'll be so freaking cool. This song is, you guys listen to that on your own time. It's such a good song. But all right, we have to go to our simple creative playlist. Ooh, what's now trending? Let's try this. I want to show you J-Dub the math. Oh, a hip hop rock song. I'm a hip hop rock star. I'm a hip hop rock star. All right. Deal one. Whoa. Got a little rock star vibe to it. I like that. All right. So. Revenue, EBITDA, margin, purchase price. Or purchase price. Can't see anything. Let's say they do 20 million. And let's say this is a 30% business. 6 mil. We're doing 8 times EBITDA. My mic is in my way. Okay. Capital stack. How we funding this? You can't really do SBA for a $48 million deal. Like that's out of the picture. Let's do term loan, seller roll, investor equity. let's be conservative. And oftentimes, like when you're doing like big deals, the leverage that you use is typically a function of like multiples, right? So like how much debt is this market usually absorbing? Well, let's assume this is like an IT services company, and these multiples are actually 15%. Right? All right. Now let's assume you're doing. I don't know if you can leverage these that much.
Taxes was feeling unwelcome.
I have an ad playing on my Spotify.
It's an open door, literally.
I don't need no ads, man. What's your guys' favorite music when you're like doing computer work? Let's not do it. Let's get rid of that. Let's make it just simple. Let's do 10%. Solid roll. 30% that. And then investor equity. Right? Keep it very simple. Oh, Fred again? Oh my goodness. Dude. Does Fred again have like some unreleased stuff that's copyright free? How does like unreleased stuff work? Does anyone know if like unreleased stuff is bad or good on YouTube? Oh wait, why am I asking you guys? I have my analyst. Where's my analyst? Gemini. What about unreleased stuff? Like if I played some unreleased Playboy Cardi or Fred again, would I get in trouble? Maybe because I think the unreleased stuff. What? Arguably riskier? Oh God. Oh. Sorry, we can't do Fred again. I was gonna play like some unreleased Fred again. Young Dolph. Young Dolph, baby, love that Dolph. Alright. So this is the ownership stack. And let's just assume that. Alright, we're gonna build like a very. Revenue, EBITDA, margin. This is going to be the world's quickest model. Let's say margins increase by 1% each year. Naughty. Conservative. Let's just say this grows by. Oh, jeez. Okay. This times this. La-di-da-di. We like the party. All right, good. Margins expanding. Boom, boom. Outcome. Let's say 5 years later. Right? 5 years later. Revenue. We're not doing all the whole, cumulative free cash flow and unlevered free cash flow assumptions and all that. We're keeping it very simple, y'all. Keeping it very simple. All right. Exit TEV. And we're assuming no debt pay down, nothing. No interest rate. No interest, no debt pay down, nothing. And let's just assume 37 amps. All right. Then the results. Let's have. Okay, so. Someone still got this going. Let's say someone gave us the nicest terminal on the entire world, debt or interest rate free. Exit equity. Bang bang. Okay, that's exit equity, right? Let's just say no seller row. Boom, 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 boom. Things go silly. Very clean MOIC. This divided by is 1.79. That's how much money you made. All right, now let's see what your friggin' returns are. So that's that. So this is what the investors get, right? So they got a 1.8 times smoothing, but granted, we grew revenue by 3%. That's literally inflation. That's so chalk. Juice that up 10%, 2.6 times. We rolling, y'all. It's actually less because you got to pay interest and all that, but we're keeping it super simple. Next, let's assume how much you would get if you let's assume how much you would get in terms of personal proceeds, right? In terms of personal, you get 2% and 20. You still with me, J-Dub? 2% and 20%. All right. Management fee equals this. Equals this times this, right? Annually, you get this. You're doing all the work to find the companies and do all this stuff, right? But then what about carried interest? So let's look at the gain that we got for our investors. This less this. That's the gain. Carry. Equals this times this. Oh wait, what am I doing? This. My mic is in my way, so I can't actually like type as fast as I want to. It's this. All right. Boom. So you doing a little mini fund or raising an SPV to buy this deal, right? Same exit EBITDA. You grew revenue by like 10%. You expanded margins 1% each year. You're getting $336,000 a year for management fee just to like pay the bills and handle everything. And then your gain on that, you're clipping $5.5 million because you get 20% of the overall proceeds in gain, right? This is like total. So you do this plus this times. Yo, UFC is on right now? Oh, snap. Patty's fighting? Hey, who got a Paramount login? Share it with the boys. Share it with the boys. Share it with the boys. 5-year management fee, right? So if you just like want to simply understand dollars, this is it's a fake site, but it works. Nah, I don't want to mess around, man, with fake sites. I don't want. Last thing I need is this computer getting hacked from people out there in North Korea, y'all. I'm putting my money on Patty though. So that's how much you're making in wow, there's a UFC fight going on. We're out here looking at IT service businesses. But this is like a very simple deal. Like you should be able to do this in your sleep, right? Like if you do that, Like the bottleneck here is just access to capital. You know, find a $3 million EBITDA business, you pay 8 times for it, you continue to scale and grow this thing, and get it from a 15% margin to 20% margin. Do all this stuff, a little bit of leverage, raise investor equity. You get management fee on the amount that you raised, and you scale it, grow it, you exit it at the same multiple. We didn't do any tuck-ins or anything. Oh, why do I do plus? It's quicker because there's no equal sign on the right pad. Like I use the right pad, right? So I use like the plus sign to keep it moving. It's like finger muscle memory. Guys, I used to be so fast at Excel. I used to be like, now it's just like I touch Excel once a month or every 2 weeks. All right, so that is that. Now let's just imagine this is. Now let's just imagine it's a Spirit Void. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you love the videos. I appreciate that. Have you tried Whisperflow? You can just dictate it and it will. I doubt Whisperflow knows how to do this type of calculations and typing. I noticed you type a lot. I do type a lot. I should use Whisperflow. I should though. But I just be yapping. Whisperflow is gonna be like, bruh, shut up. Whisperflow is gonna be like, bruh, shut up. Whisperflow is gonna be like, are you done? It's like, are you done? Are you done talking? Okay. Self fund. Okay. Self fund. Sheesh. Okay. Now let's assume it is a. Let's assume it's a $10 million company. Right? $10 million company doing 1.5. Let's do $8 million company. No, $10 million company doing 15% margins. That's fine. Purchase price. Since it's a lot smaller, we're not paying 8 times, maybe 5 or 6. We'll pay 6 times, right? But is this SBA-able? I want to get an example where it's like SBA-able, right? Let's do 5,750,000, 4.5. Yeah, that's fair, right? SBA, 80%. And then somehow, some way, y'all, we got to come up with $900,000, right? This is assuming it's like self-funded, right? We're putting our 401k into this. We're just like putting the house on it, right? Like coming up with $900,000. That should be okay as a like searcher, you know? Same thing with the margin expansion. Same thing with the revenue growth. Wait, what? Oops. Year. There we are. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, 5 years later, it grows to that. It goes to that. Margin expanded. Boom, boom, boom. XTV. Boom. Exit EBITDA. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Let's make it a little bit more realistic. Let's just assume that like you had. Let's do a quick interest calculation. Let's just assume it's like we pay all the interest at one time. Okay. It's negative. And this. Annual interest times 5. Keep it above. I'd dirt this out. All right. That's how much you owe. And your equity was this. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, personal. You get no management fee, but you get all the gain. There's no carry either, right? But you get all of that gain, you know? Or no, all the exit equity goes here. Right? because you're the only investor. So, anyways, cheers. I'm gonna watch UFC. We're way more excited than the UFC, twin. Way more excited. JK, I appreciate you tuning in, bro. Make sure you smash that like button before you leave. And I think Patty's gonna win. I think Patty's gonna win. Patty spent $150,000 on tickets to bring all of his friends to see the fight today. Isn't that crazy? It's so impressive. Shout out to Patty. Shout out to Patty. Isn't his name Justin Gaethje or something like that? Or a Patty fight? Yeah, Justin's getting up there, bro. He's always fighting. Justin is always in the ring. Like every other year, he's doing like so many main events. Well, no, he's only fighting once a year. Or no, wait, let's go to Patty. Or not Patty, Justin. Because he fought twice last year, twice the year before, twice. Yo, he's consistent. He's consistent. Well, once and then twice. Dan Hooker. I think he's a good fighter. But Patty, I think is locked in. Patty's locked in. Justin's also a really good stand-up guy. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Justin or Patty? Put in the chat who you think's gonna win tonight. Okay, wait. Can you go over into earnings? Yeah, well. Gee, whoa, 99. Give me a second. I just want to show you guys how much you can make if you self-fund this thing, right? Anywho, okay. Right? Granted, like there's a lot that's like this is super inflated when I take into account capex and other change in working capital and taxes and all that. Right? We're assuming you're avoiding taxes and doing all this jazz. You can get a pretty compelling return. You can get a really, really, really compelling return, y'all. If you self-fund this thing. Making almost 6 times your money with this. And that's only growing at 5% a year and expanding margins by 1% each year. You know what I'm saying? How big are your equity checks? For self-funded deals, it depends. Like for the great deal, for a really good deal, I'm willing to sell every single thing I own to put into a company. So that could be hundreds of thousands, it could be millions. It's just like I'm down to do whatever it takes. But for some really big deals like this, like I can't put $16 million into a deal, so I have to raise capital for something like that. Yeah. So like as you can see, like the math is actually versus this less this. You actually make more, slightly more, if you self-fund it, right? But this is a lot riskier. Like you're putting everything you own into this versus this one here. It's kind of like you get a consistent annual management fee and you're able to do a bigger deal. And a bigger deal like this is like less messy. Something like this, like you're like rolling up the sleeves and in the mix. What would have to happen for an investment like this to go to zero? Do you negotiate anything or mitigate that risk? For like an IT services business to go to zero, it's like AI. AI comes in and does your entire AI workflow, cybersecurity, which is a possibility, but I don't think it'll happen. Or like one big competitor just takes up the entire market share of like every single industry that we're serving. You know, I don't think it'll go to zero. It's like an essential need and service. If anything, it's growing. Like cyber concerns, complexities, digital transformations, that stuff needs to happen. And this is a real deal too, by the way, guys. Like the other deal that we're working on is a IT services roll up. And I'll show you the math maybe of like what a roll up will look like. That could be massive. But you got to build out the cash flow and then recycling that cash flow into purchasing more add-on acquisitions and then a working capital line that you can use to fund all the incremental excess cash you need to buy businesses or tuck-ins, little thing like that. It's a little bit more complex. Thoma Bravo are dogs. I love Thoma Bravo. I think they're the best tech investors out there. Thoma Bravo, Hellman, Freeman. They're epic when it comes to software. All right, now, did that make sense? Was that helpful, J-Dub? Hopefully this was helpful. Just to show you the quick math, right? This is literally the quickest, dirtiest math of just like, does it make sense? Hopefully that was helpful, man. I'm trying to figure out how to get this music going, man. I would love to get this music going. Should I just be like, screw it, copyright me if you need me. Let's talk about Intel earnings, right? Like this is a lot to react to. You know what I'm saying? You ready, Wo? We're about to chat Intel. We're about to chat Intel. We're about to chat Intel. We're also going to add a little bit of this segment into YouTube. So I have the team clip this. But everybody spam hi YouTube. Everybody say hi YouTube in the chat. Everybody say hi YouTube. You're gonna be featured in a YouTube video. We're gonna talk about Intel. So looking at Intel, this is arguably one of the most confusing stocks of 2025 and soon to be 2026. They are at the critical intersection of so many things when it comes to AI. Call it designing, manufacturing, consumer products, chips, all kinds of things. So the big question is, why the heck is it down 17% today? And for that, it's an earnings play. It's an earnings story, simply, right? So we want to, as always, and when we're looking at businesses that produce earnings, we weren't on the live call. So what we're going to do is we are going to check out the report, use AI to figure out what is the key readings and the narrative in the story. And then chat at the end, we'll probably make a vote, right? We're probably going to vote whether or not we should buy this thing. Because if we still believe in the narrative of AI and where things are headed, and if this is just a little tiny dip, this could be a great buying opportunity. Why? Because like a massive company like this, a $215 billion business, down 17%, and it's living in the intersection of AI, and it has a strategic investment from the US government, and like they're critical when it comes to assembly and manufacturing, something's got to give, right? But let's start off by going to the investor relations and like trying to read the report to see what's going on here. Let's figure out what is going on. So my favorite thing to do is go to the earnings release PDF, earnings presentation. And here we are. Lip Bhutan, how you doing, champ? And David Zinsner. Zinsner. Yeah, and NVIDIA also has a stake in this business, right? So here's the plan. They had strengthened their balance sheet, forged strong partnerships with the government and NVIDIA. Revenue, gross margin, EPS all above expectations, with demand far outpacing supply. AI driving significant opportunity across our portfolio. Their Core x86, their focused GPU and ASIC ambitions, and then the US-based foundry. Okay, and I think that's like their assembly plan, right? Now, numbers, dígame. They had $13.7 billion in revenue, down 4% year over year, but above their outlook. They also had 38% gross margins and then 15% earnings per share, okay? All of these beat the outlook that they had last quarter, okay? AI driving growth across our businesses, demand outpacing supply across server and client. That's a weird thing. Meaningful improvement in the cash and liquidity. So let's just check out what's happening here. Revenue, gross margins, this all seems like chill. All right. Strong demand. Launch products on Intel 18A, the most advanced process node developed and manufactured in the US. And guys, this is a US-based manufacturing play for the world of AI. Granted, it's, we'll see how serious. If US is very serious about everything AI and reshoring a lot of the AI supply chain to America, best believe they are a pretty important partner in this. And, so they're projecting first quarter 2026 to be between 12 and 13. Okay. Now, let's try to read between the lines here. All right? Let's try to read between the lines here. Gemini, it's your time to shine. All right? Gemini, is your time to shine. Boom, boom, boom. This is what we're going to do here. Copy this whole thing. Oh, wait, can Gemini just read this, right? I'd like you to study this page from the Intel earnings report. I want you to think critically from a long, short equity investor lens. Professional hedge fund investor training with sector focus on semis, AI, tech. You are also very familiar with the investor narrative from other names in the space like NVIDIA, TSMC, and other supply chain partners in the world of AI. Help me understand how this business was performing in 2026 or 2025 and why the stock is down 17%. Talk to me, AI. What do we have? Oh, okay. All right. I knew it. We're going to do something different. Google Finance. Talk to me, shawty. Google Finance. Talk to me, shawty. Intel Corp. Intel Corp. What's going on in the markets today? Here we go. I'd like you to study the latest earnings report. Intel. Yeah. Let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. None your business. What up, twin? We all up in Intel's business today. We all up in there today. Intel, what are you saying today? Because we got to figure this out. Gemini is so good. Gemini, oh, okay. All right. Intel Corporation demonstrated substantial stock growth throughout 2025, but its recent 17% decline in late January can be primarily attributed to poor 2025 results. Despite a competitive R&D investment, Intel reported a net loss for the year, a stark contrast to sector peers like NVIDIA. All right, so they're losing money. Like barely, though. Let's see how much. Let's see how much. Yeah. It's like a tiny loss, though. It's not significant. It's not significant. It's better than what they were losing last year. Well, also last year, Intel was like, guys, keep in mind, Intel was kind of like a very subpar business a handful of years ago. It looks like it's getting better a little bit. All right. As a long short investor, substantial underperformance versus the peers. This simply seems like a rotation play. Like it simply seems like it really seems like investors just see better, like the opportunity cost is high to bank on US reshoring the AI supply chain here in America and using partners like Intel, right? When they can buy other global players that just have a way better balance sheet and growth prospects. I think too many things have to go right for Intel to crush it, and also too many cooks in the kitchen for Intel to have the creativity to get things done. Like whenever you have the government as a strategic investor in the balance sheet and a large corporate like NVIDIA, you can't move as fluid as you want to. It's very bureaucratic. All right. Woe 99, are you a big believer in Intel? But okay. Intel's revenue of 53 billion is less than half of Nvidia's 131 billion. Facts. Nvidia's crushing it. And Intel reported a net loss while Nvidia posted a substantial profit. This vast difference in performance highlights Intel's ongoing struggle to capture significant value generated by the AI boom. Okay. 70% drop coincides with the release. R&D parity but divergent results. Invested slightly more in R&D than Nvidia in 2025. Yet it has not translated into comparable top line or bottom line results. So they're just burning capex and cash into R&D, but no real crush. All right, this you gotta dive deeper, Gemini. This is good at a surface level, but I need you to think like you're a tiger cub. All right. Oops. This is good at a surface level. I need you to dive deeper, like you're Julian Robertson or a tiger cub, OG hedge fund investor. No fluff, simple results and historical patterns. Lock in. Let's lock in. About to get fired with no severance. All right? About to get fired with no severance. We need to see trends. I want to see patterns. All right? I want to see patterns. All right, here. They're finally showing me. Nothing but a consistent revenue decline since 2021. That sucks. Revenue growth, very subpar. Net income, they were doing well until 2023 when they started just burning a bunch of money trying to compete in the world of AI, but they're doing it the wrong way. All right, here we go. Intel's revenue concentration. Intel's revenue has fallen consistently year over year. The 2025 revenue figure was probably 30, and the drop was due to continued contraction in 2025. Or not concentration, contraction. All right. Profit margin collapse. Fundamental shift in profitability. Deeper. I need you to truly dive deep into what's happening fundamentally with operations, customers, buying patterns, opportunity costs of dollars in INTC versus other spots within the AI value chain that have more of a choke point on demand. None of this surface level stuff. Lock in AI before Jesus Christ comes in here and get you going. All right. Now it's gonna give us what we need, y'all. Now we're talking here. Gemini's out here summarizing stuff like a tiger cub, OG hedge fund investor style. All right, now I have some friends that work at Tiger Cubs actually. One of my friends, what was his name? What was something? But he was in my investment club in college. He's to this day the smartest hedge fund investor I know. I would say my other friend today is up there, but like this guy, Wu Che or Wu Lin, something like that. He just gets it. He just gets it. You know, he's like a Bobby Axelrod public market genius. I wonder what he's up to these days. All right. The business is fundamentally supply constrained at a time of unprecedented AI demand, and execution risk is high. The stock drop is not about bad demand. It's about poor supply chain management and execution that prevents Intel from monetizing that demand effectively. Now we're talking. This is Intel here. Well, this is Intel on Intel. All right. Now we're locked, boys and girls. All right. Here we go. The core problem: misjudged demand and supply chain friction. So Intel's management admitted to misjudging demand. That's not good. From hyperscalers, they expected customers to increase CPU core counts, not unit volumes. This proved incorrect, leading to a critical shortage of the specific DC AI server CPUs that are now in high demand as their customers upgrade their x86. And do you guys see how much better this like report is now? Now we're learning something. All right. Shoot, we're about to add this to our notebook LM. All right, operational bottleneck. So semiconductor manufacturing is not a quick turn operation. Intel cannot instantly retool its fabs, or AKA factories, to produce more of the specific higher margin server chips, right? And like I said, it takes a while to get that up to speed. And it also, they have a lot going on with all their partners. So it's gonna be a little difficult. The company is pivoting towards the DC segment now, but this lag time is creating a credibility issue with investors and a real-world supply shortage that is expected to bottom out in first quarter 2026. I like this. We're learning a lot now. Customer impact. Customers are facing unfulfilled commitments. This inability to meet demand creates an immediate opportunity for Intel's main rival, AMD, whose stock climbed. Ooh, now we're seeing opportunity costs. Ooh, AMD might come through swanging. AMD might come through swanging, y'all. Ooh. Chat, it's getting hot in the kitchen. AMD didn't mismanage their supply chain. AMD knew how to satisfy and provide the right equipment for the DC segment. Intel's just behind the puck, y'all. Intel's just behind the puck. You know what I'm saying? Nimrods, you got AMD? Hey, good for you. Hey, God bless AMD. Wait, Nimrods, you think you should pitch it? Should we buy some AMD? All right, customer impact. Customers are facing unfulfilled commitments. This inability to meet demand creates an immediate opportunity for Intel's rival. Boom, boom. All right. The choke point. Intel's foundry versus TSMC's dominance. The market understands that the true choke point in the AI value chain is not about designing chips, but about manufacturing capacity for the most advanced nodes and critically advanced packaging. TSMC's uncontested grip. Taiwan Semiconductor Dividend sits at the tightest choke point, controlling the advanced 3N and 5N manufacturing capacity that NVIDIA and other AI leaders rely on. Okay, but let's check TSMC stock though. How they been doing? They didn't drop as much. Still over the last month, they're like, okay, right? All right. Intel's relief valve ambition. Intel's long-term play is its Intel Foundry Services, which aims to be a relief valve to TSMC's capacity constraints, offering geographic diversification and alignment with U.S. industrial policy. So they really are banking on this foundry to like fill what TSMC can't. Intel does in-house design, manufacturing, distribution. They control all the verticals of the business. Yeah, but I think they got their plates full. Why wouldn't a chip designer like NVIDIA vertically integrate their manufacturing? Is it a size or a practicality issue? It's really expensive to do this. It's really expensive, I think. And it's just like the pace, right? Like the pace of like evolving as a business. I think it's just like TSMC specializes in like that particular segment, and they're able to like innovate and improve and keep up pace. Hey, Koopa. How you doing? Hey, I like that name, Koopa. Ma Koopa. All right. Probably just doesn't make sense for them to do it, as it would distract them. Like it's already such a big task to make better chips. Yeah, exactly. That's literally spot on, Koopa. Literally spot on, bro. Literally spot on. All right, the reality of foundry losses. Operationally, the foundry segment remains a major financial drag with operating losses, while progression being made on yields are still challenging. So like they haven't crushed it yet completely with their they haven't crushed it completely with the foundry. They're still working on that. So like foundry's kind of like a startup within Intel a little bit. Turnaround story fraught with risk. Intel has strong demand for its products, but is currently unable to translate that demand into revenue due to self-imposed supply constraints and ongoing foundry startup cost. While collaborations with NVIDIA on custom solutions offer future potential, for now, TSMC maintains the core AI manufacturing choke point, and investors are flocking to where immediate capacity and execution certainty lie. Hey, chat. W Gemini in the chat for getting the boys and girls right tonight. This is all we had to do. Look at this prompt, y'all. You can take this if you want. I'm not copyrighting this prompt. I said go deeper. Like as an investor, you got to go deeper. Oh, thanks so much, Koopa. I appreciate that, man. But as an investor, you got to go deeper. And I told it, I need you to truly dive deep into what's happening fundamentally with operations, customers, buying patterns, opportunity cost of dollars versus other spots within the value chain. None of this surface level stuff. I don't care about the numbers. What's the story behind the numbers? I don't care about the chart. What's the story behind the chart? What's the pattern? Like AI, use the, like, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? That this is spot on. If I had to do a write up to my PM, right? If I had to do a write up to my PM around what is happening with Intel, this is exactly what I would use. This is exactly what I would use. And chat, what do y'all think? TSMC is like, they're handling business. But as you can see, the stock has literally been down 17% in one day. Granted, they ripped. A lot of this was like the public announcements of NVIDIA partnership and the US government investing, like potential hope. But now we're seeing the results of those dollars in strategic partnerships, and we're not seeing much. We're not seeing much. I think it needs a little bit more room to run. But what do you all think, chat? INTC, Intel. You know how we do around here. Are you guys buying Intel or are you shorting based on everything that we learned so far? Everything that we learned so far. You all buyers or you short Intel? Go ahead and put it in the chat. I put a poll on YouTube, y'all. Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. Let me know what y'all think. What's the position in here? What's the play? You long or short Intel? Long or short Intel? Whoa99 and ASML does the machines for the wafer chips. Hey, I gotta play for y'all. I gotta play for y'all when it comes to machines. I don't know. I should say it now. I don't want to spoil it. It's been resilient across all this volatility too, y'all. It's been a really good stock. It's been a really good stock. I'm gonna ask AI if they can give us more stocks to look at and see if it pops up on it. But I don't want to jinx it. It's a really good name. I like. It solves. It's a machine that sells instead of to the wafer chips folks. It sells it to the DRAM and the memory players, right? All the memory players are running into supply constraints, and they all need like this one particular machine. And we got a public business that does that. I think it's worth a look. And if you think you know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. I'm curious to see what y'all think. Nimrod, you think PayPal is very intriguing as a stock? Seems very underrated, to be honest. Strong cash flow. For some reason, Wall Street doesn't like the stock. Dustin, what's up, Shred Lord? How you doing, man? Happy Saturday. Market green or red next week? I think we're up. I think we're gonna be up big next week. JK, I pulled that out of my hat. Let's see what's happening in the world. Oh God! All right, we got another. Oh geez. Oh geez, we got another potential shutdown. Yeah, I gotta close this deal before my thing is. I gotta close this deal before before SBA goes AWOL again. You know, my deal got delayed like a month and a half because SBA was shut down last time, or the government was shut down last time. That kills deals, bro. You're lucky this owner wants to sell to me. All right. But what's happening like the economics? But it's also a big earnings week, though. It's a really big earnings week. So I think we're going to see some movement because of like earnings. All right. And they want us to pay for just seeing earnings. Come on now. Come on, twin. Wall Street the week ahead. Yeah. So Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla. And guys, for streams next week for earnings day, like big earnings days, I'm gonna give you guys a calendar tomorrow. I'm gonna put a stream on the calendar tomorrow on Instagram and maybe on a community post to tell you like what time we're gonna be live on stream. So, because I want to listen into like real time some of these earnings calls just to like have that experience with y'all. I think that'd be fun. So some streams might be earlier than our 6 or 7 o'clock stream calendar or like stream timeline. Oh my goodness, have we already been live for almost 2 hours? Dang, that's so much fun. I'm just getting started too. Oh my goodness. I'm just getting started too. All right. Intel is a geopolitical hedge in case of a conflict with Taiwan ever breaks out. That is facts. 199. That's 100% facts. But Koopa says, I wouldn't personally invest in Intel. I feel like there's too much at risk. Market green or red. Say green. Spill the beans. I'll show you guys next week. I can't give away too much. All right. I gotta do my work on it too. Curious is this your full-time job or I'm a full-time streamer. JK, full-time job is Dreamline. So running the hold co. I showed you guys on stream earlier all the mess I got to do with like hiring engineers, looking at their site plan references, health insurance plans. We have an add-on acquisition pipeline. I'm meeting with our BD folk, Daniel, who I'm gonna try to get on stream next week. He's gonna kickstart our add-ons. We have like 3-4 deals in the pipeline. It's a lot of work, but it's all very fun. It feels like a video game. So if I got the gas for it, I'm gonna run it till it's empty, you know. But no, I don't like work at in New York anymore. So I'm doing it all in-house on my own and making content for the Shred Lords. Why did you decide to start your personal brand? Dude, I'm a big goof. I love content. It's so fun. I'm such a big goof. And then I love the fact that Chris comes in and is like, Kenny, you're doing well and all, but we got stuff to do, all right? Chris is such a Shred Lord. I love you, Chris. I love you. All right, let's do all right, so chat, it seems like, you guys are relatively split. So when it comes to Intel, you guys are relatively split, 50-50. 50% say buy, 50% say short. You want my vote? You want my vote? My vote, I would say short. I think folks are like chilling on Fridays usually, so the full breadth of what's happening isn't like baked into the business yet. And there is real opportunity costs of like AI supply chain dollars, meaning there are certain choke points that are being solved today with cash flowing businesses that have clear market positioning that you can rotate into. On the photomask side, on the optics side, on the cabling side, on the wafer equipment side, I think there's way better plays. And I'm a short on this. So if I had to tip it, I'll put short on my end. So that is that. And if you guys haven't smashed that like button, I don't know what the heck y'all doing. All right, because we out here learning on a Saturday. We're rocking and rolling. And then why did I decide to start a personal brand? I just love like content stretches. It's like a whole different sport for me. Like my main sport was like finance, investing, businesses. Content, I discovered it like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. And it's like a whole new sport. I'm obsessed with it. Like I'm obsessed with understanding how to build a compelling personal brand content media engine. Like I love it so much. I think it's so cool. And it's like, it's a whole new game that I really want to compete hard at. I really want to dominate it. And with content, it's more importantly, a personal goal is if I scale this thing, Kenny Finance, other channels, social media, if I scale this to have a sizable audience, which is possible if I just stay consistent and genuine, I have the potential to have such a positive impact of stealing attention share from all of the bad things in the world of content. Brain rot, pyramid schemes, get rich quick schemes, day traders, crypto bros, all this. If I can steal share from them and showcase that, hey, you can actually catch a vibe in these streams or on my content and make very sound financial decisions across your life, across investing, buying businesses, real estate, whatever you want to do. There is something in my content or personal brand ecosystem that allows for you to build the muscle of sound financial judgment. I don't want to sell you nothing. I don't want you to, do anything. I just simply want you to consume a very smart money move that is typically gatekept in very exclusive rooms in private equity, hedge fund, Wall Street, right? So it's like a personal mission to show the world that there are some sound, smart financial decisions you can make. And I think it's like pretty darn cool that we're making progress on that. And we're very young in the game. Like it's our sophomore year as a content creator. It's like our true sophomore year as a content creator full time, right? But then my daytime, I'm buying cash flowing businesses. So that's that. So hopefully it works, Koopa. But the fact that you have watched some of our videos and you like it, that means the world to me. And it gives me as much motivation as I need to keep going. So I appreciate that, man. And Dustin, I think it's going to be green next week because I think we're going to see some positive earnings coming out. I think Tesla might crush it. Let's see how Tesla's stock. How's Tesla doing? Let's see Tesla stock, y'all. Does anybody own Tesla? Tesla kind of had a mid-year. I know Eric owns Tesla, I think. All right, let's watch this. Let's check this out. So I'll be the first to admit, like, I am easily one of the worst when it comes to tech. And I think a super, super, super amazing page that I like to watch is literally Linus Tech Tips, to just like understand like what is all this, what is happening, and like how can I like get smarter and better at tech. But they came out with like a really cool video around how they spend and earn money, right?
Get 4 iPhone 17s
So let's check this out together just to see like how Linus Tech Tips
on us and
earns
4
and
lines
spends
for just
money.
$25.
And they're huge, guys. There's 17 million subs. Like there's 17 million subs and they're in an expensive niche. And I told you guys this before. There's different niches within YouTube. There's travel, entertainment, fashion, gaming, tech, right? And as you can imagine, tech and finance are relatively like pretty big, like tech and finance like pretty big niches, right? Finance is a pretty big niche on the YouTube world because people that are watching it typically are like good smart money move makers, right? So when it comes to like credit card companies, banks, investment platforms, they love to market to that audience because they know that there's a pretty good significant likelihood of them converting into good, you know, good conversion into good customers. And then same thing with tech, right? Like these are enthusiasts that are like, if you're watching someone how to build a PC, odds are you're probably plotting to build one yourself eventually, you know? Debbie's in the chat for Linus Tech Tips. Yeah, I love them. They're cool, man. My friend Eric is like a big tech guy. Like I hope that he one day just like gets a dang camera and starts making videos like this because he knows everything that these people know plus more. And I'm like, bro, do it with a camera. And you're light skin. You're light, like, bro, you get the light skin effect of YouTube, right? And it's like, bro, if you know this stuff and you're light skin, get on the dang tube, the YouTube, right? So, bro, that's so tough. YouTube is my full-time thing. Oh, that's amazing. Dude, congrats. That's congrats. What kind of content do you do? But I've done 150 million lifetime views. It's what I'm doing after I graduate. Teach me, please. How do I do that? How do I get 150 million lifetime views? That's crazy. Congrats, Koopa. That's so cool. Checky, you too? How we doing, champ? How the heck we doing? Love the brand you're building. I'm in the process of building my own business and shaping my brand as well. Heck yeah. We'll use this as a catalyst to help you get inspiration. Use this as a catalyst to get inspiration. And if you're in the finance niche as well, like let's lock in. Oh, snap. We got Duvid. Duvid in the mix. What up, Shredlord? Hope you're having an amazing day, Duvid. Hope you had a chance to go out there and check out the Italian restaurant I told you in Brooklyn. You probably did, but it's called Bamonte's, and it's my favorite Italian spot out there in Brooklyn. But nonetheless, hope you're having an amazing day, Duvid. Hope you have an amazing day. But guys, we got to check out how Linus Tech Tips is making and spending money. Let's try to watch it in like 1.5 speed. Let's see.
Makes money. The vast majority of our revenue comes directly from our
Oh, okay. Creator Warehouse.
audience through sales of our products or
Oh, so they sell stuff. Okay, so most of their revenue actually comes from digital products.
from watching our content, either on YouTube or over on Flowplane, where our incredible float goats subscribe for extra content.
Okay, that's way too fast. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. Not normal, but like 1.25. All right. This is how I listen to podcasts, by the way, too, guys. Like 1.5 or 2 speed.
Early access and perks. The rest of it comes indirectly from our audience in the form of sponsorships and affiliate links. And that's why
Sponsorships,
when we make a decision,
AdSense.
you are our guide. We are laser focused on serving our audience with the products we develop and the
Nice.
content we create. Which is why it's time, finally, to have the talk. What happens to the money? How does Linus Media Group spend money? How much of it does Linus keep?
Wait, that's a wild sentence. Did you guys see that? It said blackjack and something else.
I'm going to tell you all of it. But first, I'm going to need to get some money from our sponsor.
Meter. They're here to help you build out enterprise-level networks from scratch. Book a demo and start scaling your network now at meter.com/LTT.
That's such a fascinating brand, Meter. Like this seems like an institutional grade type of sponsor, right?
Across 2024 and 2025, our largest expenses, combining
Whoa, okay, here we are. So this is where they spend all their money. Wow, they have capital expenditures. What are they doing? So CapEx is what you're using to buying property, plant, and equipment. So they're probably buying like desk and computers. So they are a tech platform. So I assume they're buying like, oh, maybe. I think they probably include that in inventory. Then the selling costs, tax installments, product fulfillment, overhead. That's like your rent and the lights. They have 15%. Oh, whoa, 15% profit margins. So this Linus Media Group is a 15% profit margin. And then they're spending 25% on people. They probably have a lot of folks in their office. A lot of folks in their office.
for 50% of our total were inventory purchases and people. Now, when I say inventory, that doesn't include cameras and editing workstations and that sort of thing. I'm talking about the 4% we spend on apparel, the 8% we spend on backpacks.
So it's really a consumer goods business, right? Like, I'm surprised they had this business model. Like Linus Tech Tips has, they're crushing it. They're absolutely crushing it. But it's like they're using all of their like crazy internet money that they're getting from AdSense and sponsorships to buy consumer goods that are extremely competitive, y'all. Do you know how many backpack brands there are? Right? Do you know how many, like, they're selling $50 fanny packs? Who's paying $50 for a fanny pack? But the key is, I mean, they're growing. But I think the key is they probably have such a loyal fan base. I think what people are like valuing in this kind of business, in this Linus Media Group, is this 17 million subscribers. The fact that like the 1% rule or the 10% rule just showcases that there is probably around 1 million extremely loyal people that will buy anything from them. They watch all of their videos. They comment all the time. Like these folks down here, these are like the loyalists, right? The loyalists that comment, the ones that are in the community posts. This is who they're selling it to. And it's like Apple fans, yeah. And they are like correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but they are like the gold standard for tech YouTube outside of Marquise Brownlee, right? Like I think in terms of like tech, it's Marquise Brownlee, consumer tech, like Marquise Brownlee and Linus Tech Tips, right? Those are the top dogs? I think so.
And other gear items, and the 14% that we spend on screwdrivers and other items to stock in our warehouses and ship around the world. It's kind of wild to think about, right?
$30 fidget spinner. Now they're just, but you guys have to understand. It's like, while I think their content is amazing, everyone that works there is like goated. Easily, like you said, Koopa, top 5 YouTubers tech-wise of all time. It makes a bunch of sense. But why use that amazing brand equity and cash engine? Because the margins on just pure media are insane, 70, 80% plus, if you can just like manage your editing and production costs, right? And it's all in-house. Like they're not traveling anywhere, I don't think. And if they're doing like CES, they're like being flown out. But like why use that free cash flow to then go into consumer goods? And this is the question of consumer goods. Like the consumer goods, they're not producing it in America. They're likely doing it in China. So if it's like a 2025 play, looking at the numbers, they likely were hit with tariffs, right? The reason why the fanny pack's $50 is they probably got hit with a crazy tariff because they probably procured it from manufacturers overseas, right? Like it's not the numbers that I'm concerned about. It's just like the risk that you're exposing yourself to as a business if you want to have sustained margins over the long term. Like I'm looking at this, like if I were to look at Linus Tech Tips Sim, as an investor, would I invest in Linus Tech Tips? Linus Tech Tips. Like, would I invest in Linus Tech Tips? And what I see is I see 2 different business models, an amazing media engine, and then I see a consumer goods business. And this consumer goods business is eating up like a 1/4 of inventory purchases. And it's a hyper-competitive market with TikTok Shop, Amazon, Temu. You know how many fidget spinners there are? I can get a fidget spinner on Temu for like $3. Theirs is $30. You know what I'm saying? They're selling water bottles, all kinds of things, you know? And you're right, Koopa. They do have a diversified revenue stream. They showed it up here. This is their this is the revenue mix, right? The revenue mix is Creator Warehouse is their primary Creator Warehouse. This is like their primary consumer goods. Sponsored projects. This is like doing really cool like either like direct product sponsorships or like event sponsorships. YouTube AdSense. That's just like what y'all see or pay when you see the ads. This is like the brand deals that they get. Float Plane, I think that's like a different channel. And then affiliate links is like when you click to go buy the iPhone from their affiliate links down here somewhere. Like these things, these affiliate links, right? But half the business is a consumer goods business that is extremely competitive with other big, deep-pocketed, better supply chain type solutions. Oh, it's their video platform? Okay. But, all right, let's hear them out, though. Let's hear them out.
And some quick math. So take it for what it is. It's a big picture look at expenses for the last couple of years with windows of insight into the smaller details. With that out of the way, let's begin. Across 2024 and 2025, our largest expenses, combining for 50% of our total, were inventory purchases and people. Now, when I say inventory, that doesn't include cameras and editing workstations and that sort of thing. I'm talking about the 4% we spend on apparel, the 8% we spend on backpacks and other gear items, and the 14% we spend on screwdrivers and other items to stock in our warehouses.
Is the fan base this loyal, though? What do y'all think? Do you think it's like this loyal of a fan base? Like, what's the consumer behavior of a loyal tech fan? Like, are the tech fans loyal to the reviewer, like the Linus Tech Tip and MyC Brownlee? Are they loyal to the brand that is being reviewed? I think to the creator, right? To the reviewer.
And ship around the world. It's kind of wild to think about, right? A quarter of
100%.
our expenses are buying inventory for LTTstore.com. Now, in theory, these are sound investments that should generate profit for us, so no big deal, right? But nothing is a guarantee. We've had our share of duds over the years, and even for successful products, managing cash flow for a growing business can be extremely challenging. If you buy too little, your store looks abandoned. You buy too much, and you might be short on money for payroll. The big load-in that we had for Black Friday this year required pretty careful coordination between Creator Warehouse and
you gotta have a whole like to do that. Like, you can't just be a content creator and then launch a digital platform and then I could launch digital products or just like your own branded products and have it all just be like from you. Like, especially if you scale, you are then becoming like a large inventory management business. Like, you need to start you need to forecast demand. You need to be able to procure the right amount of inventory for that demand. You need to ensure that you're having the right pricing. Like, that's a full-time job. Like, full-time job doing like consumer inventory management for consumer businesses, right? So I assume like the overhead has increased because like they need to hire like supply chain folks, inventory management folks, pricing folks, all in the office, all for a product that might or might not sell. And the worst thing you can do is buy all this inventory and have it sit on shelves and not sell. That's a red flag for
our accounting
business.
department. By the way, thank you for being part of it, and don't forget to leave a review for your purchase. We do read them, and we care a lot about your feedback.
Oh, nice.
The
But
next
the
biggest
reviews are
expense for
crazy.
LMG is people, but we'll come back to them later because I want to dive a little bit deeper into that. So first, let's talk about product fulfillment. Why don't you guys have a European distribution center, you might ask? Well, because the distribution channels that we have now are already 10% of our total company expenses.
Dang.
Guys, storage ain't free, and the people who pick your orders, they're not free either. Trust me, I hate
They feel too corporate. I've never watched the video before, like a full video. Does like has there been like a noticeable change in the videos, like the feel from like before to today? Like kind of like the Mr. Beast feel, to where like back then Mr. Beast videos used to be like incredible, and now it's kind of like, you know, does it feel like Jimmy's given his full effort into these? Like, he's came out on Twitter and like apologized for like the quality of some of his videos recently. You know, but you guys got to understand, it's like to be a creator and to give it your all, it's like it takes a lot of headspace. And imagine all the things that Jimmy has going on, or Mr. Beast. Why am I calling him Jimmy? Like, it's my boy. But you know, like once you scale and grow, it's like it can give
giving
a lot.
couriers this 8% exactly as much as you do. From the time
E-warehouse takes
fees,
up a lot.
Summer of Fun, which is where employees
Overhead.
get credits for group activities like meals, golf, arts and crafts, etc. And of course, our epic annual Christmas party.
They have crazy Christmas parties. All right, that's where the overhead goes. Let's see if they own their buildings.
We've spent a considerable amount of money over the years owning and upgrading our workspaces.
So they even buy real estate. They buy real estate and they lease some of this. Dang, look at all this. This is a sick setup. Why does Linus Tech Tips have like an esports? Do they have an esports team? This is pretty cool. This is pretty nice.
Some of these acquisitions have actually ended up being pretty solid investments, which is nice, but others haven't, which is all besides the point right now. The point is that Yvonne puts our offices into their own companies that, for tax purposes, have to be
Oh, they have like a Yvonne person. I think that's like their business
paid
person.
to cover their own expenses, like interest on the loans that we took out for the
All right,
quarry,
CapEx.
including the lab's acoustic chamber, a fire truck, some upgrades to our
They bought a fire truck. Okay, these guys are not doing sound allocation to capital. All right, I'm gonna flip S word. This is crazy.
list. What's interesting though is that while these high-profile purchases get talked about a lot and have big dollar values in the thumbnails,
Oh, this is
they
why-
actually make up less than 1% of our total expenses. The same cannot be said about people. With a headcount of 120 now across
That's
our
a
various
lot of
teams,
people.
it shouldn't be a big surprise that other than
I ain't trying to have that many people in my media business. Like if it's called Greenlight Media, if Greenlight Media grows to be huge numbers wise, like that'll be so boring. Like I told y'all, I want to blow up just to show people smart money moves and get out. I'm going literally to like a random remote island in the Philippines, hunting for like, I'm gonna do like those survival videos, 24 hours in a remote island in the Philippines. They could do so much better with their business. I should do a consulting service to just like right size these creator businesses. Like, just imagine me going in and just like turning that joint up financially. Like cutting unnecessary costs, measuring ROI of different CapEx investments, making sure that they have sound return on equity, doing the right M&A.
that I bought on Craigslist. What's interesting though is that while these
I don't think I would do that though. I would get too bored or irritated. I think Boogie would be an incredible person that does that. He should definitely do that.
high-profile purchases get talked about,
All right,
see,
people is
many
really
members of our
expensive.
team are cross-functional. That's to say that one day they might be evaluating a material sample, our camera operators jumping in to ask the question that everyone's thinking, or our editors adding their customary 15 pieces of flair to our videos for you guys to pause and appreciate. Product design, which includes graphic design, fashion, and engineering, has become a major group for us.
They have fashion design teams, graphic design teams, product design teams, and engineering. Why do they need all this? Why do they need all this? Oh, what M&A could you do as a YouTube channel? You could vertically integrate and build your own production like editing teams like they're doing, and then use the staff's team to not only do production for your demand and pipeline for your channel, but also for other creators as well. So that's like vertically integrating. You could also buy other channels. Like acquire other channels that are like relevant and then start having a very sound cross-pollination strategy. Depending on where the highest brand deals and marketing spend is. Sentiment is very important for them. It's the story people buy. Kenny, I need the sauce. That's what I'm here to give, man. I'm here to get a sauce.
For
to
us
people.
over the last couple of years. These are
That's
the
what I'm
folks
here
that bring
for.
the many products you enjoy on lttstore.com to life, obsessing
This is actually like Marquise. I'm sorry, I keep pausing it, but like Marquise Brownlee also had a similar video where he showcased like what his office looks like, and that was such an inspiring video, just to show that like someone that started in their office or room making videos turned into a multi-$100 million plus media empire, and just like the teams that they have and the intentionality behind it. It's so cool to see that like you talking on a camera long enough and getting people to watch and building an envelope of trust with that community and being genuine and loving what you're doing can correlate to like an incredible life for some of these creators. That was like, oh snap, wait, Spirit Void, we missed it. Wait, what happened? That was lucky the greatest user fight I've ever seen. I won't spoil it. It was a great fight. Oh, snap. All right, chat, we're going to spoil it. UFC. What happened? Justin won? Oh, man. Oh, dang. Oh, but it came to decision, though. That's a good one. That's like when fights go down to come to decision, that's solid. Patty got absolutely rocked, but didn't get knocked down. Dang, I told Patty got that dog in him, no. But Justin's an OG. Justin's an OG. That guy's got a steel chin. Oh my goodness. All right, we gotta watch the highlights later. I don't think I'm allowed to put it on YouTube.
over every detail,
I
from
might
the
be
sound of
biased
the
on that.
ratchet to the hand feel of a design printed on one of our high-quality garments. In some cases, this team also gets tasked with taking our product ideas behind the
Hey, Matthew, how you doing? New to the channel? Love the idea of Dreamline? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, we gotta watch that. Okay, wait, can we... Woe99, you seem like my YouTube expert. And Koopa. Am I allowed to watch like UFC highlights on stream? Will they like I don't know what the protocol is. This is my third week streaming. It's my third week streaming, guys. I've been looking into business myself. How much are you gonna put down on your first deal? I'm doing 20% on this deal. Plus financing. Financing, we're doing like 80% financing in between SBA and earnout for the first deal. So it'll be really fun. Yeah, I don't want to get flagged, guys. I don't want to get flagged. Someone bet $1.2 million on Patty and he lost. So someone lost $1.2 million. They could have bought an index fund. They could have bought an
That was a
index
fun
fund.
video, by the way.
All right, but guys, back to Linus Tech Tips. So as we saw, what we learned so far about Linus Tech Tips is that they are half a media business, but the other half is pretty much the consumer goods business that competes with Temu, Amazon, TikTok Shop, and everything else, right? It's concerning because the cost structure has been incredibly inflated. You take a very high margin content media business to then being a very low margin consumer goods business that is hyper competitive, sensitive to supply chain disruptions, government involvement with tariffs, especially if they have an overseas supply chain, and procurement costs, all that. And fickle demand if folks don't like their socks, fidget spinners, and water bottles. So as you can see from an investor, it's not a bad business. It's just something that opportunity cost wise for my dollars, this isn't one of those boring businesses that I would do, you know? Spirit Void, I appreciate you coming back and just let us know about the fight being epic. I'm going to watch it literally as soon as I get off stream. But hope you have an awesome night, man. Thank you for staying up late with us, all right? Hope you have an amazing night.
And is totally worth a watch to get some insight into how these folks work. Finally, there's operations staff and management specifically for LTTstore.com. These are more unsung heroes
many
working on
people.
everything from customer care to compliance to
W teams though, like you guys sometimes don't understand like some of these great businesses require like a lot of people behind the scenes doing incredible stuff. How much money does what is the question? Let's see.
things perfect. What I can confidently say is that LMG delivers on our goal of median salaries that are well above what's typical for our region. In
Oh, they're talking about how much
2024,
they pay.
including only employees who were dollars. And that was
They're paying $73,000 of average income. Wow. All right. Let's get a job at Linus Tech Tips, y'all.
2024 and 20.
The average median income for someone that works at LMG is $115,000. Where do we apply? I'll review some tech. I'll be their accountant, or like I'll be like their finance person.
2025, respectively. Another players, but then we'd be sharing an average of like 4 of this fireside chat. I don't think that really matters. The point is that it's reasonable. Even by 1970 standards, before executive compensation went cray-cray at the
All right. Here we go. Let's talk about profit. So this business is doing around a 15%
audience.
profit
So
margin.
I'll be
15% profit margin for a content business. That's kind of tough.
direct.
But at Woe99, I completely agree with you. If you overpay for amazing talent, that's good. But here's what I will say. I honestly, I'm not the biggest proponent of paying ridiculously top dollars, right? I'm the biggest proponent of like, there is incredible talent globally, anywhere in the world. And I think you should first invest in having the most incredible culture to keep people, and then having a very strong waterfall of demand that people that want to join you because of the culture, having a sound recruiting process to figure out within that demand who's good, and then trying to see, does that good talent plus your training and investment in them when they're working for you, does that turn them into goats? Or if you do all that and you're not able to unlock that, do you have to then go recruit elsewhere? Then that's the setup. Then it's kind of like, all right, pay top dollar to keep those people. But when you're like paying top dollar, like OpenAI money to take talent, you're bringing egos with you. Like those folks that are like getting $500 million paydays to go join OpenAI, they got egos attached to them like crazy. And that can ruin cultures. right? But if everyone comes in and we're all like young in the game, the business is small, we're all not making that much money, but we believe in the vision, and management invest in all of their talent and development, but we just want to crush it as a company, and we know the upside is good for everybody. There's no egos. It's pure hard work. It's pure hard work. That's the setup how we run, like, for my businesses. That's how we're rolling. You know, like, I might not pay. I'm like, they're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, what? Yeah, I'll go on the record and say we're not gonna pay the highest engineering salaries. You work for our company, you're not gonna make the most in engineering salaries. You will have the best culture. You will have clear investment. We will take care of you and your families, and you'll be participating in profit sharing or employee ownership programs, right? It will be a drastically better experience. Go ahead, get top dollar and go work for some place that's going to work you 90 hours a week, and they don't even care about you. But at our shop, you're going to work on meaningful work. You're going to get client-facing experiences. You're going to grow and develop, and you're going to truly love what you do. You know? Streamline's going to be an amazing business, man. I love it. Thank you so
In
much.
2025,
I really appreciate that. That made my day.
our tax installments were
15% profits for a content business. What are you doing, dog? That's so annoying.
or efficiencies that will push that into the 20% range. Why? Well, because that bucket isn't just fun money.
I should make a video like this. Like 3 years from now, when like we actually make money on content, I should make a video like this. The truth about how Kenny Finance spends content money. And you're literally just gonna see the video is gonna be like 3 minutes long. All the money we make goes into buying stocks. All the money gets reinvested into investments. You know, we keep the margins are like 50%, 60% margins, but all the profits go to buying investments. Like I don't even pay myself anything. That's what you're
for
gonna
Linus
see.
and his family. For starters, it includes setting aside any capital that Yvonne and I, with consultation from our executive team, might put aside to invest in new projects, such as the upcoming series, buying and renovating a tech house, as well as another yet to be disclosed big content-related acquisition for 2026. It also includes maintaining our operating cash flow, as well as our rainy day fund, which, okay, memes about my financial irresponsibility aside, Yvonne and I have been extremely careful with our resources over the last decade plus. We've weathered multiple major storms that have had serious business impacts with zero layoffs, and that includes both COVID as well as the 2023 controversy. Now, it is worth noting here that layoff has a very specific definition. It means a reduction in force due to like a restructuring or like a shortage of available work, which might happen someday, but it hasn't yet. And if anyone tells you that they were laid off here, they either don't know or fully understand what happened, or they are not telling you the whole story.
He's
the last
protecting
thing
himself.
that our careful financial planning has enabled us to do is never bring in outside investors, which can be okay, but it
they're
can also carry
bootstrapped.
the risk of inshittifying our jobs and our content.
They're bootstrapped. That's nice. And like this is important because like other creators have done the whole thing of like scaling, growing your content, and then selling it to outside investors. And then they do that, and the content is like psh, crap, you know. But they've bootstrapped it, so I think that's also why they're able to have a thriving consumer engine or a consumer products engine, because they have like that whole like genuine like fanfare, and people love it because like they haven't kind of sold out to big VC or PE, right? All right, is this the gist of the video? Did I miss anything? Capitalism sucks. Yeah, I don't completely agree. The future of
Success though, and we're putting that desire into action. Recently, we've taken steps to relax our policies around content creation side hustles, even in competitive verticals, and we've even taken the unprecedented step of directly sponsoring former team members who we feel are doing great work
That's
and
awesome.
who have strong brand synergy.
They're allowing for their employees to then spin out and launch content. That's incredible. Like that's very enabling for them. That's awesome. That's a W management setup.
So proud
It's like giving your team not only the creative freedom to go make content, but also like sponsoring, aka giving them startup cash to do so. That's W. That's incredible. That's a really cool sound thing. Fun fact: I wasn't allowed legally to make content at Blackstone KKR. So I asked multiple times, like 5 years ago, 3 years ago. They said nope, nope, nope. So sorry, I'm late, guys, but I'm back.
proud to be a part of the teams that work here, but I don't know. Recently, I've begun to think that maybe my greatest legacy could end up being the
Hey, Boogie, join Dreamline, join Greenlight Media. I'll let you make some content. Hey, Eric, go ahead, join the Kenny Finance fam. I'll let you go make some content. JK, my friends would hate working with me.
incredible
I'm so unfocused.
pipeline that we've built for
Really have the mind of a 4-year-old.
developing talent, and then the future success of X LMGers. Whatever it ends up being, I'm excited to build it together as long as it can be done
but
well.
W Linus Tech Tips, though. You can tell that this guy loved what he does, scaled and grew something incredible, built something that's meaningful, hasn't had to lay off any employees, was able to build incredible products that touch people across the world. And they're still crushing. They're still going strong. How often are they uploaded? They're still going strong. They're uploading. They're uploading 4 times a week. This guy's built different. This guy's built different. This guy's built different. I love this. This is legit. So W Linus Tech Tips. I think this is amazing. I have my thoughts. Like if I were to be the CEO of this business for a day, I would definitely like change a few things, but nothing that's like, nothing that's like, too drastic. Like for a company like this, I would actually strive to have like 30%, 40% margins overall. You know what I mean? I would have like 30 to 40% margins overall. You know what I'm saying? So, but Linus Tech Tips, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So this just shows that if you have a passion, give it a shot, get after it, because it can lead to you building a thriving business on the long term. If you just stay consistent and love what you do, you will find your crowd, you will find your tribe, and that they will support anything that you do. And that can be a consumer product that you end up launching that makes up half your business. Right? And you just keep going at it. And it's not bad to have a consumer business. If you can do it, just do it very right and have the right team to do it efficiently and have better margins. So I love Linus Tech Tips. I think this is an amazing YouTube channel. They are absolutely goats when it comes to tech YouTube. My only beef is I just want to see them win better. And I want to see them have 30, 40% margins without having to touch the team or anything. Like I think there's ways to do it from like a product perspective and revenue perspective to just have like better margin profile. You know, they're too good to be 15% margins. Way too good. All right. But I don't know. Maybe one day Kenny Finance sells t-shirts. All right. Buy my t-shirt. Oh, I'm gonna sell hats. Smart Money Move hats. Or like Smart Money water bottles. I was gonna say Smart Money water bottles. That'd be so funny. Oh, Chris, you're actually legit. You're actually staying on it. J-Dub says, first year analyst Sally. Yeah, low key. Like people are out here being like, look, you can go work at Goldman Sachs and spend 90 hours working on presentations that no one reads. Or you can go work supporting one of your favorite YouTubers. Right? Like if you love tech, you can go do tech investment banking, or you can work for Marquise Brownlee. You know what I'm saying? What if they switch to local manufacturers instead? That 15% margin will go down to 5%. Guarantee you. US manufacturing is so expensive. So expensive. Or Europe, wherever you want to call it. It's ridiculously expensive. Trying to avoid tariffs. Chris is like, not to rush it, but I don't think we're going to get to Greenland and Davos tonight, guys. I don't think we're going to get to Greenland and Davos tonight. And it's actually, I think Eric's asleep. So I don't know if he's still in the chat. Let's ask Boogie, see if he wants to play anything. I think they all went to sleep. These boys, they have I just do content and investing all day. So I got no responsibilities, not even a dog. These guys have families, so they can't be up out like that. You know what I mean? So can't keep them up too late. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep them up too late. What they got going on. But this was a really, really, really cool segment, learning about Linus Tech Tips. Thank you guys for like recommending this. I think someone sent it to me. I was like, you should react to this. It was a really good one. What else should we react to? We react to some stuff tomorrow. I think we'll react to some stuff tomorrow, definitely. Oh, Boogie, you are here. You want a game? I'm down a game. I don't think I'm gonna talk about Davos tonight. I don't think I'm gonna talk about Davos. Because isn't Davos still happening? When is over? How long does it last? I think it is over. Oh yeah, it ended yesterday. Bert the Broker. Who's that? Let's see. Bert the Broker. Hold on. React to Bert the Broker. All right. Let's check this out. Bro Bible. The Laxer. Summer Share. Bert the Broker.
Oh my god, this icing thing.
Is it appropriate or is it like inappropriate? I've never heard of this ever in my life. I don't know what this is. Is it family friendly, guys? Is it family friendly? Yes or no before I play it? Give me some context. Screw it, we're just gonna watch it.
It's just out of control, you know, and it's me icing my boss icing me, you know, me blocking my boss into another icing, you know, and I open up the drawer and it's there, and I open up the toilet bowl and it's there, it's in the urinal, and it's like, oh, you got me again, but it's so sugary, and I'm trying to watch
Look
my
at this
weight,
outfit.
and I don't know, I just rather would just do coke at work like we usually do.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, mate. I can't. I can't do that. I should have known. I should have known by the outfit and the word Bro Bible. I should have known. React to Cody. I love her stuff. Her stuff's too long. It's like very long. Well, we do that another day. Boogie, you trying to game? What you trying to play, man? Boogie, I'm down to do Arc Raiders. Yeah, they out here trying to take down Kenny Finance. People out here trying to take down Kenny Finance. They're trying to take me down. Nah, they're joking. It's just like interesting stuff. People are trying to vibe. Don't worry. Once I get, I literally just now figured out an overlay for OBS. once I figure out the YouTube streaming rules, then we're gonna do whatever we need. We're gonna have all types of fun. But I just don't want to, you know, trip up certain things and get too. I just started. It's my 3rd week streaming, guys. I'm not trying to get completely banned. You know, I love my channel too much. Yeah, the streaming rules are just confusing sometimes. Very confusing, guys. It's like AI literally rewatches this entire 3-hour-long thing and gives me notes of like, hey, this happened here. You have 3 options: mute it, remove it, or edit it. And I'm like, what? What you want from me, twin? What you want from me? Next week's gonna be a big week in earnings. Next week's gonna be a big week in earnings. If there's like one W from today, I honestly think it's this. Whoa99, thank you so much for having us talk about the Intel stuff. Because like this helped us unlock a new dimension of our Gemini analysts. This is real institutional thinking, y'all. It's like real thinking. Noradon Sheck, how you doing? Happy Saturday. If it is available on YouTube, I think you should be able to watch it if you stream on YouTube. Yeah, okay. I agree. The other thing with the Bro Bible one is it wasn't family friendly. And you guys gotta understand, like my nephew, he's like in middle school, he's a 6th grader. I want him to be pure, sound-minded, make smart money moves. And whenever he joins these things, he may even be watching now. He's not supposed to. It's past his bedtime, but I just want him to learn positive habits. And if I can prevent him being exposed to anything bad in the world, I'll try my best to. But that Bro Bible guy literally said he wants to do substances in the office. That's crazy. That just shows the era of YouTube back in the day, completely unhinged. Era back in the day used to be completely unhinged. Nora, I hope you're having an incredible day, by the way. Happy Saturday. What we got going on? How was the transition from Michigan to Morgan Stanley? I'm going to PwC after college. Curious about your experience. I think it was exciting, man. Like my story, if you guys don't know and gals don't know, I started in my freshman year of college was going to Morgan Stanley. So I didn't do Morgan Stanley banking or like analyst program. I did it as internships only. So I did my first 2 internships at Morgan Stanley in New York. I loved it. I was beyond poor before I started at Morgan Stanley. You know what I'm saying? It's like that first summer at Morgan Stanley, like I made like freshman internship money. I almost made more than what my mom made in her full time. You know what I'm saying? So it was life changing off the rip. And it put me on a path where it's like I was like one of the few folks in finance that had these kind of internships. So it just like kept giving me better odds of getting nice internships. So when I got to my junior year and I wanted to apply for like my dream job, Blackstone, it's like I had like one of the most differentiated resumes because I've been, you know, out there doing it for a long time. So it was just a blessing. Like Morgan Stanley, the biggest blessing is Michigan. Michigan changed my life. Like, and I'll tell you guys this: you don't have like when I think about like the recipes for success, you don't have to go to college. But I will say for me, going to Michigan drastically changed for my life. Like it literally opened up incredible doors, a network, intellectual rigor, and it's just like so incredible, right? So while I think college is optional today, my experience going to Michigan changed my life. Like I would not be here if I didn't go to college. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'll still be a shred lord. I don't know what I'd be doing, something else. But Michigan got me to Wall Street. So I'm very thankful for that. And then Morgan Stanley got me the resume to start dreaming big and going after the big dogs. And then Blackstone turned me into a savage, I'd say, when it comes to investing. Like learning that recipe is just like, it's so powerful. Thank you so much, Well, for saying I have the integrity. Thank you so much, man. O2 Noob, how you doing, legend? Happy Saturday. Hope you're having literally an incredible day. I hope you're having the greatest day of all time. Keep up all the great work, content across multiple platforms. We try to, man. We try to. I try to be consistent with everything. It's a lot, but it's fun, man. And then Rich Topic checking back in 3 hours in. Hey, you know how we rock. You know how we rock. We rocking and rolling. It's the environment that makes or break it. That's facts. You are who you surround yourself by, right? Like you are who you surround yourself by. It's like if you have the autonomy to choose to be around people that better you, why not do it? Some people are forced to be around other people, whether it's their family, whether it's the school they go to, like they don't have that much optionality in choosing their circle. But if you have the decision-making autonomy to choose to self-select to be around people that are great, people that inspire you, why not do that? You know? Why not? Like audit your circle very frequently and be like, am I driven by these people? Am I inspired by these people? Am I supported by these people? Or am I around a community where they're encouraging me to spend, they're encouraging me to party, they're encouraging me to not stay the extra hour in class, not stay the extra hour at work, right? If they're telling me to chill when I need to go hard, or when I have a dream or an idea, they're telling me it's too big, think about that. Get rid of them. Don't hang out with them. Join our streams. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Michigan is a fantastic school. I completely agree, Matthew. I completely agree. Lots of hardworking colleagues. Michigan's great because it's just like you're able to it gives you a well-rounded experience. Like I don't know if he's still in the chat, but like someone asked me about like what school to go to, and I said Michigan because I think Michigan gives you the holy trifecta of a college experience. Number one, it has an amazing sports program across different sports: basketball, football, hockey, soccer, field soccer, whatever it is, right? Secondly, solid academics across multiple disciplines. If you want to study business, great business school. Want to study engineering, great engineering program. Want to do medicine, great medicine program. And then also the third point is a quality social life. Like it feels like college, right? To where if you just want to like go hang out with classmates at the local restaurant or something and like watching a game, that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like a college environment. Like that is something where it's really hard to replicate, especially across the Ivy Leagues where they're over-indexed on the academic side, but maybe less on the sports or less on the social life, right? So if I had kids, it's like I'm putting Michigan flags all over the house. I'm brainwashing them. You know what I'm saying? I'm brainwashing them, you know? But I'll ultimately give them as much autonomy as they want, to where it's like you don't have to go to college if you don't want to. Or if you do, you don't have to go to Michigan. You can go anywhere you want, you know? But what you will do is develop a habit of hard work, humility, and the art of dreaming big and staying consistent, you know? So that's what I'm gonna tell him. Well, 99, I completely agree with you. It depends. It depends what you want. Yeah, I completely agree with you. It depends on what you want. Like some people don't want. Some people could care less about college sports. If that's your case, definitely don't go to Michigan. Like Michigan is a space where like you kind of really care about college sports, you know. Or if you don't care at all about academics, like don't even go to one of those that's going to make you have 1,500 office hours and lectures to go to. You know, choose a place that's a little bit more chill. College is like, college really is just to get you a job sometimes and to build memories. So build memories in what you want to, you know, build memories in. You know what I'm saying? But what's amazing though is it's so unnecessary now. Not like it's like to be incredibly successful. Like it's so optional. Not necessary. I won't say that. Right? For some people it is necessary. For me, it was necessary. I didn't have the background or the funding or the family to be creative and try to do something. Right? Not happen. It was either college or like you're working at like very simple 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? There was no other options, and AI didn't exist, and there wasn't as easy of building an enterprise or business or content when I was in high school. So I didn't have any options. It was just like you're going to college, or it's like you're stuck here. You know what I'm saying? But now, building generational wealth, up leveling your lifestyle, building skills, building a network, it's so straightforward to do that without a degree, right? Case in point, really about to do this right now together on stream. Like if I didn't want to go to college, but I still wanted to be uber successful, here's the first thing I'm doing. Walk me through a game plan to learn a AI enabled skill that is serving a high income, deep budget niche where I can sell my product or service. Additionally, I want you to do some market research to help me find customers for whatever product, and give me their CEO, general manager contacts via LinkedIn, and draft a outreach note. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get it out the mud right now without a degree. We're about to get it out the mud right now without a degree. Based on 2026 market trends, the lucrative deep pocket niche right now is private equity and VC portfolio operations. What this means is people that buy companies that want to unlock value using AI. A lot of folks are actively trying to do this. No one knows how to do it, but they got crazy bread to figure it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a LinkedIn. My name's Kenny, the AI guru. I'm going to bang out so many pieces of content, all written by AI, 3 times a day, right? I'm going to send out a LinkedIn networking request to all these specific contacts, and they give me these people here. Here's the outreach note. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat this same process 100 times a day, every single day, until somebody responds. I'm going to do it for free initially to build a track record, and then I'm going to start charging $10,000 to $15,000 per audit, and then a retainer fee to be their AI partner. I'm the young AI kid that builds Vibe Codes apps for private equity firms to add value to the portfolio companies. And I didn't have to spend a single second studying for the ACT. You know what I'm saying? Like, chat, there's like, if you got that dog in you, it is the greatest time in the entire world to just like eat it up. And you can just get meetings for founders and get commission easily, right? Easily. You know what I'm saying? So how you go about it if you weren't going to college and if you restart all over again? Oh, wait, I just read your thing, Rich Topic, but I think that answers it. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here. And it's like, and if I didn't go to college, I wouldn't know what some of these words are. I swear to God. When I was in high school, bro, I was so dumb. I didn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Like efficiency. Like I know what it means, but like how does it mean in like business perspective? You know? Like what is due diligence? I don't know what that means. And I would just literally spend hours at the library using free library internet, asking Gemini and AI what all these things mean, teaching me, training me, helping me be smarter. And then building a calendar where it's just like calling all these firms every day saying, hey, can I show you my product of how you can add value to your portfolio company? You know what I'm saying? Like this is a really cool product. And then give me the game plan for daily deposits of how to make this incredibly successful in 1 year. What do I need to do daily, aka beast mode, aka Chief Shredlord? Chief Shredlord motion. What do I need to accomplish daily to win? You know what I'm saying? They don't teach you this in Michigan. They don't teach you this in Michigan. The daily shred routine, right? 8 a.m. to 10. Build and refine your AI due diligence agent, right? That's just like making sure that your code and your vibe code works, the UX is good, you're pressure testing it, right? Metric, 1 new feature demo recorded every week. This is important. This is you going on Loom and recording a demo of your product in some type of niche and saying, hey, when you're sending an email to someone, you code email and you say to them, hey, I recorded this 60-second demo to showcase if you implemented this at your healthcare roll-up or dental roll-up or vet clinic roll-up, this is how they can actually use it and unlock 20% increase in your EBITDA margins. Boom. And then the outbounds, right? High intent outreach, bespoke messages, 20, boom. I didn't even read this, but I already said what I was going to say. Me and AI start to think alike. You know what I'm saying? And then 40 high quality reps a day. And then market intelligence. This is reading 10Ks about companies that were just acquired, identifying, like doing diligence around where you think the puck is headed and writing out some theses. And this is good because this stuff right here are content pieces. These are content pieces. You know what I'm saying? You do this research, you do all this learning, and you bang it out, you put it on LinkedIn, you know? And then you start to become a voice of authority in the space. And then the megaphone, right? Post 1 technical piece of content on LinkedIn, boom, 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 like stuff like that. And 1 high signal post per day, high signal. All right. This is what it takes, y'all. This is what it takes. Who wants this? I'll give this to anybody. Who wants this? If you put W in the chat if you want this. I'll literally copy and paste this and give it to you. I don't know how to, but someone tell me how to share this. Nora, what has your experience been with jumping into YouTube or your own business venture? Are there any excuses you gave yourself that looking back wasn't really an obstacle? 100%. Thinking that I needed to be perfect on content to upload a first video. The feedback and learning that you get from just putting stuff out is so much better than waiting until it's perfect. I also would say the biggest thing also that I was annoyed by is I would ask for permission instead of asking for forgiveness. Right? I asked for permission before I started a channel. I should have started a channel, uploaded 100 videos, and then when I got caught, asked for forgiveness. That's what tripped me up. I wasted 5 years of non-content, you know what I'm saying? Because I asked for permission. I never should have done that. I should have just did it and then asked for forgiveness. And be like, oops, my bad. You know what I'm saying? So, Woe says, I think college is a good filter out the BS. Yeah, as you won't have it starting out. It's just a good starting point. It's really good. Like college changed my life. I would never say it didn't change my life. But it's a very drastically different model. Like if I didn't have a family to feed, if I didn't have if I didn't have the necessity to build a financially stable life, I probably would have did something like this, what I'm doing right now. Content and this AI play or something like that, right? That's probably what I would have done. You know, I would have gave it a shot to see if I would have gone to college, but it's too much money to be made out here, man. You know? Or I probably still would have gone to college because I met some of my best friends in my entire world, right? Like, if I didn't go to college, I would have. Well, me and Eric met in high school. I don't know if Eric would have been friends with me if I didn't go to college. I don't think he would have liked me. I don't think he would have been friends with me still. Because me and Eric were roommates all 4 years in college, living together, being annoyed by each other, fighting. You know, I don't think he would have liked. I would have never met Boogie if I didn't went to college. So I like it because of the network. I didn't learn anything. Like everything I learned, I like on the job. You know what I'm saying? And you're back in the making. You keep leaving, coming back. You might as well hang out and stay with us. I'm back. I just wanted to ask a question. What business do you own, or what things should I study in college as an entrepreneurial standpoint? This right here. This right here. Building an AI-enabled business that's tackling a high-value niche and content. If you're in college, that's exactly what if I knew what I knew now, and I was a freshman in college, I would have went so hard on YouTube. And here's my play, right? Like if I were to be a freshman, knowing I wanted to do content how I want to do it right now, I would have, because I had so much free time in college. I was kind of chilling because the business stuff I knew because I studied it in high school. I taught myself all the business stuff, so I knew already the stuff, and they couldn't teach me anything I didn't know. I would have hung out in the media or filming school a lot. Why? Because they're chill, but also to study and understand like the filming, the production. Like that would have been an incredible resource of like friends to like find people that were like top of their craft nationally at filming, storytelling, video production, editing, thumbnails, little things like that. Like I would have wished like my biggest regret right now is that I don't have shred lords in my circle on the content side like how I do on the finance side. Like I have the most elite network in the entire world in finance. But on content, I have to teach myself everything. Everything. It's so hard to learn this stuff from scratch. Me and Gemini, we're figuring this stuff out. Like if I were to show you my rest of my chat on Gemini, you see I be asking so many dumb questions. Like everything. How do I share this? Do I just like copy and paste it? How do I share this? Send me an email or an email. I'll just email it to you. Or wait, can I just copy respond? Or share? Export to docs? We'll find a way. Find a way. Yeah. Or maybe I'll put it on LinkedIn so everybody can have it. So I'll pay something like this. I'll make a LinkedIn post about how I would build a business in a year, something like that. But like right now, it's like I wish I had like an elite network on the content side. The one thing is just like these content creators that are crushed it and are big, they don't respond to DMs. You know, it's just like they're so big that they have like 1 billion DMs. So it's just like mine doesn't stand out. Or I got to play the networking play and just network with a bunch of personalities and content, which is a really weird ecosystem. And I don't like being around weird people. Or they ask for money. To where it's like, yeah, sure. It's $1,000. It's like, what? Bro, I'm literally just asking you how to use Photoshop. Or like, how do you make a thumbnail? Like, why? Like, you can't help a homie out? You know? So, but I'm learning. I'm getting there. It's, this is the year where it's like, I have no excuse. It's like, the way, like my mindset this year is just like, I cannot complain about being overwhelmed on anything. If there's another human being like Elon Musk building $1 trillion businesses, going to the moon and playing video games and having 8 kids, I can amp it up. And I can figure it out, you know? Like I live in the greatest time in the entire world to figure things out. There's no such thing as being tired when you got someone like Elon Musk out there. We got the same 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Elon Musk got, how many kids you got? Let's see. Like what I look like, wait, what, 14? Hold on, chat. 14 kids, my bad. He got 14. Double it. Thomas, what's up, legend? His kid's name is Hieroglyphics. That's nuts. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a deadbeat. I can't have 14 kids. I probably have like two or 3. But like while I don't have kids, bro, I'm going freaking pedal to the metal on everything. How the heck you doing, Thomas? But does that make sense, y'all? That makes sense. Like college is, yeah, send me a DM. College is optional now. College can level up your Because like one of my biggest takeaways was the network I got in college. But what I could also do is just start like a massive outreach, you know, of just like industries and places that I want to go to. How do I send a DM? Instagram or Twitter or any of those? Kenny Finance. But or if you go to my main channel and send me an email to the brand deal one, I read that. So if you go to main channel, like the email contact on my main channel, you'll see it. But like think about like if I wanted to build a network I had today, like if I wanted to meet these cool finance people, I would just like look up top business schools for undergraduates, look and stalk people up on LinkedIn, see who's got internships at all these places, and then send them like an email and be like, hey, I want to be friends. And then just like hopefully build some natural friendships with these people and then stumble upon them and then hopefully, you know, vibe out. So it is optional. It's also life-changing, but it's also not 100% necessary if you want to become immensely successful. But it also is very much circumstance-driven. Not everyone has the luxury of like having that kind of creative freedom. But that's the playbook that I would have. If I was starting from scratch, that's a W play, right? I'm cool. It's so cool that AI gave us this entire like play. It is literally so cool of like how AI gave us this entire play. If you're gonna do it, you might as well tackle this niche right here. That's so impressive. It's so impressive that it gave us this. This is a really good strategy. AI value creation for private equity firms. Super deep pockets. They don't know what they're doing. And I'll tell you right now, they do not know what they're doing. And they don't even have the teams. Oh, Spirit Void, you have a variety of apps, but your primary one is which has 3,000 people. Anything you can think of? How do you expand that? UGC. There's like these AI tools where you can like have user generated content and you can start banging out 100 pieces of content a day, just promoting your apps, and they'll stumble across some people and then up your pricing. Like if your product or app is actually that good, there's no reason why you should be not charging or charging too little. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would play it, twin. That's how I would play it, twin. But like, y'all, this is so cool. Based on our 2026 market trends, the most lucrative deep budget niche right now is private equity venture capital portfolio operations. These firms have billion under management and are desperate to AI enable their portfolio companies to increase their exit valuation. Yo, that's so cool, right? That's so cool. I love this. Chris, we were completely off track. I'm sorry, Chris. You said something in Twitch, Chris, about the internship. It's Anna's slam right now. She's trying to get our stuff out. We're trying to do like a website redesign. But I already consider you hired, kid. So Chris, I already consider you hired. I saw your resume. It looks good. But now it's about I gotta staff you on some work. But send me an email with your capacity of like what time you have that's available and like how much you can reasonably work without burning out. All right. I don't want you coming at me or being like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed. You know, like let me know. Can you work 30 minutes a week? Can you work an hour a week? Can you work however many amount? And then I'll craft a cool experience for you to like work on some projects, source some deals, check out what it's like to do diligence. I don't know. Might even staff you on this roofing deal. Could be fun for you to learn about that. So, W. Chris in the mix. Boogie, what are we doing, bro? We gaming or what, man? Ask him to name all of them. That's crazy. What do you say? You think he's a deadbeat? Screw you, Boogie. I'm playing anyway. All right, chat. Should we, I want to play some games, man. I'm trying to play some games, y'all. Just to see if it looks all right. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, what? Oh, just to see if it looks all right? Oh, you have to update Arc Raiders? Hold on. Wait, chat, am I chalked? Do I got to update Arc Raiders? But Boogie, you know we suck at Arc Raiders, though. I don't have Marvel Rivals. Do you have COD? Oh, I am so down to play some Minecraft. Actually, though. Have you guys been paying attention to Ryan Trahan's new channel? His secret channel? Ryan 3000? I watched that earlier today. I'm such a YouTube head now. I love YouTube. But Ryan Trahan, he's like my favorite YouTuber, by the way, right now. I have a different one every week. But he's doing a challenge where he plays Minecraft for 20 minutes every single day. It's so cool. And it makes me think, like, I haven't played Minecraft in like 15, 20 years or 15 years. It's such a cool game. You know? You just get like lost in the sauce and you get to build your own world. I used to be really good because I used to have it on Xbox 360. Seriously, I had my own world. Or Xbox One of those. I used to actually have my own Minecraft world. I went to the different side of the world of Minecraft. What's like the dark side of Minecraft? Oh, let me not look that up. Where you like go through a portal and it's kind of like, it looks like the scary place of Minecraft. Wait, how much is Minecraft? I look, you might just buy that and start playing that. Because I need the games to be like non-stressful. I already live a crazy stressful life, y'all. I'm not trying to cut any more years off my life. Minecraft. What? Which one's which? Why is there so many different Minecrafts? Nether. Yeah, the Nether. Yeah. That's that. It was the Nether. I entered the Nether. Which one do I do though? You can't buy it on Steam? Why? Oh, wait, whoa, that's actually a really, oh snap. Wait, Chris, can you email me that? Chris, can you email me the that video idea? Exploring the economics of video games, so don't forget. That's really good. Wait, never mind, Chris, because I actually have my Notion up right here. I'm just gonna add a pipeline. And Chris, I'm gonna show you when we're gonna have a Zoom call, one-on-one. I'll show you my whole system. What did you say? Well, you said something. You said exploring the economics of video games. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah. Okay, wait, but you guys said I have to Minecraft Store? Not Minecraft Store. What is Microsoft Store? This one? Microsoft Store? Right? Wait, it's free. Hey, y'all, it's free. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, what's the difference? What's the difference between the Minecraft launcher and Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition? No, it's free. No, it's not free. You have to buy it. Launcher is just to run it. Oh, okay. Wait, we can play Warzone? Wait, Boogie, you want to play Warzone? No, we used to be good. Warzone's like full of a bunch. I can't play Roblox. That thing's overstimulating. Is this it though? Is this the one I should get though, guys? Java and Bedrock Edition is to play it on platforms. Java is to play it on PC. That's it. And it's a chill thing where I could just like build, right? You know what I'm saying? I think it's worth the investment. How do I get the custom worlds though? Can I get the custom worlds on here? Don't even got my controller for words. Bro, what are you doing? No ROI? What do you mean no ROI on Minecraft? Because I've been asking my friends all week, like, what is games that I could play that is not stressful, relaxing, and I can just like vibe out, you know? Games these days be like so competitive and intense. Spirit, you said, what would someone do if they were to work for you? It could be anything. It depends on like what side of the business you want to work on. Like if anyone wants to work on the content side, let me know, because that's a really cool thing. On the investing side, on the holdco side, it's very simple. It's like across sourcing, diligence, value creation, right? Like finding businesses, or like when we're looking at a company, doing like diligence, like market work, finding tuck-ins, or portfolio company value creation work, right? Like building cool vibe coded tools for the companies, helping to like find candidates for hires, little things like that, right? It'll feel just like a private equity job, like a best in class one, No cash flowing businesses in Minecraft? No. Oh, you say you're really good at building with AI investing? Oh, you got competition because Chris is a dog. Chris is a dog. Oh, wait. Not stressful was Ghost of Yote. Ghost of Tsushima. Wait a minute. I have a PS5 literally right here under me. Is it free? How do I add my PS5 to this? Oh, wait. It's a capture card. That's a setup for tomorrow. I can't do too much setup. I feel like I keep breaking things and like messing things up. I have one thing work and then the other thing doesn't work. No, that's fine. I take Eric's login on the PS5s. So like it's so like he has all these like fancy like games and stuff he can play. So I just take his stuff. I'm the loner friend of Eric. I take his Crunchyroll. I take his PS5 games. That's right. Why? Because I make him laugh. All right? I provide jokes. I provide jokes. That's my role in this friendship. That's my role. That's not true. There's a lot of... Wait, actually, whoa, you're actually very right. You're actually very right, Will. There are a lot of businesses built on Minecraft. I think the two things that are just like printing cash, the one, it used to be Minecraft. I don't think anymore. Like people used to make bank millions off of scaling and selling Minecraft things. Now it's Roblox. Like we got to talk about this. Minecraft used to be like the holy grail of just like gaming developer monetization and making money. Now it's freaking Roblox. Look at this. Or not that. There's something about like millions. What is it called? These like Roblox worlds or whatever you want to call it. Look at this. The top Roblox developers are earning millions annually, with the top 10 creators earning average of $33 to $38 million each. Each. Making like Roblox worlds. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Look at this creator revenue here. This is a stat that they have. The top 1,000 developers on average, the top 1,000, not top 10, the top 1,000 developers on Roblox, they're making $980,000. The top 100, $7 million. And the top 10, 39. Someone teach me how to make Roblox worlds. That's what we should be doing. Every day we should be banging out a Roblox world. Every day. Gemini. How do I get in on this money? And make a Roblox world. Cash grabs. It's worth it's a worse scam than meme coins. That's funny. It does feel like a scam though. All right. I need to have Roblox Studio. I need to use Luau. All right. And be able to code. I need to make a world. Boom, boom, boom. Cashing out the dev program. All right. All right. Nah, I ain't got time for that. I'd rather buy some laundromats or something else. Rich Topic, you're a beast on Minecraft? Oh, Boogie says W Freeloader. Hey, that's the name of the game, man. Let your friends work hard. Freeload off them. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, if Eric didn't have me as a friend, he would not laugh as much per year. Easily. Like, it's 100%. Like, the unit economics of our friendship, I make him laugh so much. You know what I'm saying? Same with you, Boogie. You wouldn't have as many laughs if I was not your friend. You would be way too serious. Like, because you would be around them finance butt heads. You'd be way too serious. Buttoned up, you know? You all owe me for the joy that I provide. And that's a fact. I'm gonna start charging y'all. Bro, not gonna lie, Roblox are crap. I would rather do something that helps the world than destroy our next gens. Yeah, that's facts. Oh, do I do martial arts? Nope. I wish I did. I did a jiu-jitsu class one time at a local church when I was 10. I got my butt kicked and I didn't go back. I used to do like boxing classes in New York, like Rumble classes or something like that. Yeah, it used to be like a fancy gym that all the models used to go to. So I did boxing classes there in New York. Are there any courses that I would recommend I do for like finance entrepreneurship? Honestly, it's a big commitment, but like realistically, joining our streams, you're gonna learn way more than any MBA program you will ever teach you. That's a fact. And I think people that have watched our stuff since we first started streaming like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think they can vouch for that. That like we are learning way more about finance, investing, businesses, entrepreneurship, and content, like than any other type of program. And it'll save you money. It's facts. It's facts. We got the track record to prove it. We learned so much. Right? Rich topic, am I right? Right? Chris, am I right? I'm just saying. When are your streams, by the way? Like times? It's usually a lot earlier. Usually like 6:30 Pacific time, so 9:30 Eastern is when we start. And then we're going to have earlier streams next week because we want to have earnings reactions. So like reacting to earnings reports every day. Yeah. At least that's the plan. I'll try to every single day. Every day streaming. It's going to be so fun. It's like a little like mini side quest. I just want to see if I can do it. You know? I don't know if you... That's all good. You can watch the VODs. But we do have a second channel coming out called Kenny Finance Live. Oh, it's already out actually. So check that out. Oh, wait. Good. Yeah. Wait, are you guys in the Discord? I don't think you guys are in the Discord. Join the Discord. Y'all gotta hop in that Discord, man. Let me see in the Discord link. Here you go. Welcome to the Discord, all Shredlords. Only Shredlords invited. Join the Discord. But isn't this crazy though? The top 1,000 developers making $980,000 a year. That's insane. These Roblox developers are making a different kind of money. We got to keep it a buck. $1 million a year for the top 1,000. This isn't the top 5. This is top 1,000 developers. $1 million on Roblox. $7 million for top 100, and then the top 10 making $39 million. Is this a scam? Is this a quick money grab? Potentially. But the numbers don't lie. They are getting to the bag. Someone send me a tutorial how I make a dang Roblox world. I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna make a Roblox world for the finance Shredlords. All right. That's crazy. Yeah, next week. Rich, are you gonna be able to make it? Rich Topic? For some of you OGs, Rich Topic, Richard, Edwin, and all that, would that work for you all? To like, it's probably more convenient to do earlier streams. But because those streams would be around like 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. Eastern time, because that's when the earnings calls are. Because the market closes, the market closes, and then they release the press release, and then they have the earnings call an hour later, usually. But if it's like around 5 Eastern time, which is like 2 p.m. my time. Dang, that's an early stream, 2 p.m. What the heck? If not, I'll have the VODs out for you guys on the second channel. But we're gonna learn so much from like the live reaction, because what's like that's where all the pros are. Like they're glued to the screen, they're watching it, and if they hear something that they like, they're buying. If they don't, they're selling. Like you can see the live reactions. It'd be cool to like watch it, react it, see what's happening, and then see like the active after hours movement in the stock. Because oftentimes they're like after hours movement, right? Like folks were on their earnings call and had an after hours movement, and it dropped, 17% the day after the earnings released. But it probably already had like a pretty good drop during the earnings call around like 4:35 p.m. I'm just so like, whoa, 99. Thank you so much for asking us to like dive deeper into this. Cause like we literally just trained this algorithm or this AI chat model to really think through very analytically about things. The amount of follow-ups we can ask now about different choke points in AI in different parts of the supply chain, that will be otherworldly. Right? Now give me your thoughts on the next best supply choke points within the AI value chain. The ones that are undervalued, not looked at, but have serious growth potential if shortages persist. Strong operating businesses in the US with strong free cash flow generation. Chris made a website that is kind of teaching folks about private equity. And this is to your answer, Spirit. Chris made a website that teaches everything people need to know about private equity and operations and buying businesses and stuff as like a vibe coded educational tool. And it's super, super useful. I don't have it handy, but if I did, I would paste it in the chat. Actually, hold on. I'll paste it right here for you. Here, we'll look at it together. Here, let me how to join Discord? Oh, you just I don't know. I actually don't know how to join Discord. I never like did it myself. I only made the Discord server. But let me go to Chris's DMs. How do you join? Oh, his website's free, actually. That's what you don't have to join anything for his website. It's actually free. Chris, I'll paste it because I don't think it allows me to paste things in chat. Oh, here you go. You just click this and you just learn. Click it and learn. Boom, boom. The dance goes silly. All right, but check this out. So now, as a professional investor, hey Chris, I actually got you one new viewer. Nice. All right, so the different choke points that are interesting is high bandwidth memory. That's of course really important. US play, Micron is a critical player. Business profile, Micron and AMD are crushing it. Specialized network and interconnects. High-speed cables, optical transceivers. Broadcom's a big one. There's also a business called Coherent, and then also Lumentum. Then semiconductor manufacturing equipment. So you need the equipment to manufacture some of this stuff. Applied Materials, AMAT. Okay. I don't know if anybody's still in the chat from earlier, but this was the stock that I was talking about. The one that I was going to gatekeep, but here it is. AI even came up with it. It generates a strong free cash flow yield and capitalizes on the massive CapEx from foundries like Intel, TSMC, as they build out new global capacity. AMAT sells the essential tools for chat or for chip fabrication. As long as the AI build out continues globally, demand for the equipment is locked in. Wow. Wowzers. That's crazy. This is, you know it? I love AMAT. It's on my watch list like crazy. I'm about to rotate my second largest position into AMAT probably. And this is not investment advice, it's life advice, y'all. In case the feds are watching. But I'm a big proponent of AMAT. I think they're crushing it. And like if you all notice when there's crazy wild swings in AI, like Intel dropping, TSMC doing all types of stuff, like it's pretty sticky and consistent for a name. It's pretty consistent. I don't think it's like a crazy long-term play though. I think you got to really do this the right way. So I'm bullish on it. Fiserv, or FirstServe, they earned Clover, the payment processor, and they're down 45% year to date. Wait, Woe 99, did I show you how to pitch? Well, you guys know we have, wait, where's Chat Capital? Oh my gosh, hold on. Here it is. Well, you guys know we have Chat Capital, right? All of the donos that we get in Chat Capital from the streams on this and Twitch, it all goes into this Chat Capital thing. You guys don't have ownership. It's just your generosity is reflected into an investment portfolio. But I never sell it. I never touch it because we invest it together, so it's educational. But we raised $100 million, or no, not 100. We raised $1,000 Jeez, I'm talking about a fund. I am thinking about going out to raise 100 million though. That would be cool. I would have to do it with a friend. And like he called me and asked me about it. So we'll vote on that later. But we're gonna pitch. We put our first investment into an index fund yesterday, just to get us some exposure into the markets. Because like no investment means dead money, and we need to be participating just in overall market gains. But I think we need to put dollars to work for this, and there's a process to pitch, right? And the process to pitch Woe 99 is this here, right? So if anyone ever has a stock that they want to pitch, you can put it in here, but you just put the company, the ticker, share price, 1 year performance, down 45% year to date, whatever. Price target, what you think. The investment thesis, that's exactly what you would put. Like something about the first serve and the payment processor. Why do you think they're differentiated? Like they own Clover, the risk to that business, and how long we should hold it. It's very simple. But then you put it in there and we vote. And the vote, if, I know. But Bradford brought up a really good, compelling argument yesterday. He pitched me on something that's actually really compelling. Yeah, the management fees are nice. Management fees are really nice. But it'll be a big thing though. It wouldn't be like a small deal by deal thing. It would be a fat check, fat little fund. We'll see. I don't want to be distracted by it though. We gotta close this deal, y'all. But Woe 99, yeah, here's the link to pitch, y'all. Here's the link to pitch. Spirit Void. Hey, be nice. Chris put a lot of effort into it. It's very unorganized. I recommend putting different things in brackets. But it's good feedback though. Chris, you got to get used to that. It's really good feedback. Chris, you should, it's a development moment. Seek constructive feedback, right? It's really positive though. But Spirit Void, you can say it in a nicer way. You don't have to say very unorganized. You could just say, I would recommend putting it in different things. You know? But Chris, as you're scaling and building a business, oftentimes, here's another learning lesson for you. What was I going to say? But Chris, like a great learning lesson for people that are in business trying to scale and do things is oftentimes like the number one thing you want to do is get feedback. And oftentimes the feedback from the customers that are buying isn't as important as the feedback from the customers that aren't buying, right? Like you want to make sure that you're getting as much data and intel from folks that are not selecting you or leaving you to figure out how to drastically improve and change your business. So like this feedback comment here of just like, hey, the website is unorganized. That's an incredible point of feedback to improve your business or improve your site, right? So like as you all are poking through Chris's website, keep giving them as much positive constructive feedback as possible. Because healthy constructive feedback grows you. Listening to people that keep buying your stuff doesn't really help. Like you're already doing something right for them. Just don't mess up. All right? So listen to the folks that are churning or not buying your product or service, because that's where the money intel is. All right? W's in the chat for that. Chris, I'm going to be giving you periodically these little tidbits of mogul mindsets throughout your life. So hopefully these are helpful, man. And anybody else that wants to join the Chat Capital analyst team, analyst program. We should call it that. What should we call it? The Chat Capital Analyst Program? Bucky's gonna, not Bucky. Boogie's gonna be the VP. Got it, sir. That's right, man. That's right. Think you need to get a clean domain name. It'll rank better and be easier to remember. Facts. That'd be cool. That will be a W. All right. So, wait, what game am I playing? I want to play Minecraft so bad. But I want to do it the right way, though. And I think it's going to be a long endeavor. Wait, Alex, what do you want to play? I'll play whatever you want to play, Alex. I'll play whatever you want to play, though. I'll play whatever you want to play. Let's go back to our music here. Yeah, this is good. This is great that the chat's giving you real feedback. I love this. I love this. Let's go here. Hey, if I didn't have to worry about copyrights, I would be playing so many bangers, y'all. I got so many. Look at the banger playlist that we got. We got Lemonade by Gucci Mane, all kind of stuff. We got so many really cool songs. So Kayvon, one of our subs, he has a new song out. Actually, we'll listen to his stuff because that's my boy. He's one of our very first subscribers, and for some reason I'm not. I don't get copyrighted when I play his music, so we'll keep it that way. But let's check out his new song. Let's see how we vibe to it. Let's see how we vibe to it, yo. I would do Marvel Rivals, but you don't have it. How do I get it?
I can't believe a life without you's what I'm living through. And how I wish that there was more I could have given you.
Oh, we played this before. You know I'm not good at this, bro.
It's so different how I'm missing you. I miss how we used to watch football on Sundays. And how I told you.
Hey, A-Dub, how you doing, man? Great pitch exercise. Your Monas per Bride podcast link reminded me. Highly recommended Value Investors Club to see how investment thesis and pitches are built. Yeah, I would check that out. They can also just join Chat Capital and pitch stocks. Because we review all the stocks at Chat Capital that get pitched, and we like do the homework and diligence together to figure out if it's a good business.
The truth is I still got that money set aside in my savings for that ring and that wedding and our first down payment. I've been holding on to hope that you'll be back. That'd be great. I'm just
what games do I have? I have Arc Raiders, Final Sentence, Peak, a Money Simulator. I want to play this. I love Skyrim. This is like my favorite game of all time, I think. But it ain't two player. I want to play with my friends. I love how you guys are giving Chris feedback. That's how you guys continue to grow and scale. What about this?
Yeah. Look, my stage name is Kayvon Music. When I perform, I lose it. I'm on tour now, it's stupid. They all asking me where you been. Well, I've been up at UPenn. I performed at the UN. Got 100,000 views on my video to prove that I'm good at what I'm doing. But that's not all I'm doing.
No, I'm not. It's he's a friend. I think he like gave me permission. He's one of our subscribers.
Got 250,000 brewing. But honestly, my only policy is no apologies and modesty for privilege on me.
He gave me
Grew up in the hood anomaly. I shopped at Dollar Tree.
He gave me permission.
That I'm special, I am of a higher.
He better let me play his music. I let him stay on my couch for 2 weeks. Better. The heck? But y'all want to know my favorite song? Y'all know my favorite song already from this one. This is the favorite song though.
Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have
this is my favorite
hobby. That's not a real problem.
And I still got it.
I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem.
Yeah.
And I still got it. I need $1 billion.
Boogie, what we playing?
I've been in the lab, so I'm not one you see around thinking about my goals. So I'm not funny.
All right, Spirit Boy, thank you for rocking with us, champ.
Field. Ain't no bush to beat around. I take it to the sky, so I don't ever see the ground. Wild call by.
Would you say Marvel Rivals? You said Marvel Rivals? Oh yeah, how do I get this? Free to play. Add to library.
True holiday. I'm playing for the Bucks now. I'm out in BK, Steve Nash.
Oh, I just play the game? I don't have to download it? Oh.
You can't be mad. You need to relax. And my favorite drug is hustle. I'm about to relapse. I'm getting all this money just from making these apps. Hope they take care of my hood when I'm paying each tax. I'm managing my waist, so they say
Kayvon is so locked in on content.
On Google, they be keeping these tabs. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really.
You guys want to see his Instagram?
I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. That's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Let's be real about it. I mean, I don't really care about how you feel about it. I mean, I don't even really have a real hobby. It's not a real problem, and I still got it. I need $1 billion. Yeah, my balls are infinite. My cars got tits.
Hey, he hit. It was a big day today too. He hit 30,000 followers on Instagram. And his like short form series that he's been like launching recently has been like crushing it. Like so good. Like he has this new content production guy, Chris, that's like crushing it. Look at this, guys. Oh wait, let me pause this. Boom, 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 boom. You know what's crazy? He also does this while being like a product manager.
Camera on the bag, Mother Nature on the lighting. Let's go.
Gold chain, it takes the pain away, but I rotate to feel in different ways, and I go back and forth like every day, but I should turn the page, and it's okay. Gold chain to chase the pain away, and my heart aches, the strength that feels the same as the gold chain. I was frustrated because you said that you love me, but I felt like I was off in the streets.
My only thing is he's so light skinned. Like he's so light skinned, bro. And it's like, bro, how am I supposed to feed the streets listening to heartbreak music? I mean, it's a vibe. I love it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to feed the streets, bro. There's no violence. There's no like, there's no story arc, you know? And it's just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need something. I need something where it's like this. You know? I need something like this, chat. All right, let's not get copyrighted. Let's see how much we can get away with. I need something like this. As you all can see, I'm a little bit of an urban baby. All right. Playing something like this. Imagine starting a stream like this every day. That'd be crispy. Or, I know Rich Topic will appreciate this. I know Rich Topic will appreciate this. You know? Imagine, let me play one of my favorite ones. Let's see. It's a OG throwback too. Something like this.
God damn.
Let's see.
Bitch in Charlotte.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a vulgar language. All right, we gotta try to find a cleaner version. Water on water on water. Young Dog, RIP. He's so good. He was so good. He unfortunately passed away. He left us. 1738. Oh, he's free now. Y'all heard about that? Y'all heard about that? Fetty Wap. Where my boy Fetty at? He's free now. Do you think they're gonna copyright me? He's been in jail this whole time. Like, he looks different. He's got, you know, he still ain't got no eyeballs or eye. He's locked in. He's getting media request. He's on podcast now. I think he's doing a whole his agency's doing like a whole push to get him back there, out there in the world. That's W. But if anybody like ever listens to the first like 3 seconds of this song, it is probably one of the most instantly recognizable jingles. Like, everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everyone knows that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a recognizable jingle. It's so impressive. Like, that's what's so cool. Like, this guy was dominant at making evergreen pieces of music to where he could literally go to jail for like 10 years and come back and people still banging his music. Like, he was really good. Like, so many of these artists are here today and gone next week. He put out some good bangers, y'all. He put out some good bangers. Oh my God, it's 11 o'clock. Oh my God. Yo, chat, we're going strong. It's a late stream tonight. We're going strong, chat. We are going strong. All right, what's another tune? Let me see. I got this. I live in Laguna, y'all. So I got this like indie Laguna guy playlist that's been like changing my vibes a little bit. I'm trying to get away from like the crazy, like vulgar music. And this one, like, let me try to put y'all on like some smooth vibe. Give me some smooth vibe, smooth music. This one I love. Like that's so good. It was like so good. That one's really good. Then there's Champagne Coast is epic. Sailor Song is good. This is all like my Orange County white boy music. Swim's good. Color Violet's good. Yeah, it's just like a bunch of good vibes, bunch of good stuff. That's me and my matcha. That's me and my matcha. I turned into a matcha guy, y'all. I turned into a matcha guy. I'm a OC guy, man. I'm an OC. I'm out here keeping it true. I think I'm the only black person in all of Orange County. It's crazy work. Especially in Laguna. AMAT's so nice. Wait, hold on. Write me an investment thesis. A memo for AMAT. As if you're pitching it for our long short fund. And remember, you're a deep expert in this value chain and want you to use all of the competitor intel, market dynamics, customer, supplier behavior to inform your in-depth investment memo for our Tiger Cub style hedge fund. Let's have it lock in. Let's see what kind of investment memo we can do. Let's see what kind of investment memo we can do as I try to find me my little copyright-free music. Ooh, I had a little thing here. I wanted to add, like, whenever we get gifteds, I wanted to add this to like play in the back, like whenever someone does it. I think it'd be really cool to have this. Or it's like, like that'd be a really cool sound. Like whenever there's like a sub or a dono, they're like, a minute. And then for the stream intro, this is before I found out about copyright violations. For the stream intro, it would have been really cool to have this. Something like that. That would have been like so cool. This is my generation of music, y'all. This is my generation of music. All right, let's see this pitch. All right, so I had Gemini come up with an investment memo for a compelling long idea on applied materials, aka AMAT, and it's a play on AI infrastructure choke points. Let's see what it has. It's like pretty organized too. All right. Is the undisputed leader in materials engineering solutions, aka equipment and machines for the semiconductor manufacturing, positioning the company as an indispensable choke point supplier to the entire value chain. While much of the market euphoria is focused on AI chips, the core bottleneck of scaling compute power is advanced manufacturing capacity. All right. And they have the manufacturing capacity to do advanced packaging, high bandwidth memory integrations, and next generation transistor architecture. All right. AMAT sticky customer relationships with TSMC, Intel, Samsung, so they're diversified across different customer segments. I like that. High free cash flow generation and leading market share in critical equipment. Here's the drivers. HBM and advanced packaging choke point. They have a Kinex bonding system developed by Besi and comprehensive suite of deposition etch tools for through silicon via TSVs are essential for high volume, high yield HBM production. I like that. Customer lock-in. Major memory players like Micron are customers. The complexity of these processes make AMAT's integrated solutions virtually non-substitutable. So there's a very high switching costs and they have strong pricing power as the demand surges. We like that. And if we were to diligence this as like a real hedge fund, we would go and have conversations with all these HBM customers to figure out like what's their willingness to pay in terms of like pricing for that. Like I would see like historically what the price increases have been, and then kind of like where that gap is between current pricing and the willingness to pay. WTP, y'all. All right, dominance in foundational equipment and materials engineering. Unlike peers focused on single steps, AMAT offers integrated solutions across the entire wafer fabrication process. Nice. Material engineering, AMAT solves physics problems that lithography creates. Innovations such as the ruthenium cobalt wiring solutions for 2nm nodes and the Sculpta pattern shaping systems. All right. They hold the highest overall combined market share in the critical deposition and etch segments. Strong market positioning. And then here, the company is targeting returning 80 to 100% of free cash flow to shareholders and has aggressively reduced the share count by over a quarter. Analysts forecast consistent revenue growth and strong EPS growth into 2026, 2027, driven by AI CapEx. Insulation from share shifts. So they sell to TSMC, Intel, and Samsung. While these foundries fight for market share, AMAT wins regardless. Their valuation. The company has run up 80% over the last year and currently trades at around a 33 times forward PE, above historical averages. It requires flawless execution to sustain AI CapEx. The peer group is valued similarly and is arguably the best position of the WFE group. The secular trend, geopolitical exposure. Over half of AMAT's revenue comes from China. U.S. export restrictions pose an ongoing risk. Much of that China revenue is non-restricted legacy nodes. Okay. Companies diversifying operations and investing into domestic R&D centers. They have this EPIC Center in the U.S. to align with the U.S. CHIPS Act. They seem to be taken care of. And then the semiconductors are notoriously cyclical. A slowdown in general consumer electronics or PC demand could temporarily offset AI-driven growth in data centers. They have a diversified portfolio across foundry, logic. I like this. We're not going to pitch it right now. We're going to pitch it on Monday, but I like this. We're going to pitch it again on Monday, y'all. I think this could be really compelling. What the heck is LRCX? Why is that up 188%? What the heck? But I'm a believer in this. Maybe we should start posting some of these chat capital memos that we find and build together. Because this is a really good thesis here. That's a really good thesis. And if we don't like it, we can just tell AI to dig deeper, right? Or figure out this is the needle moving question here. Is there any suppliers to AMAT that could be worth looking at? Is there a future choke point that another business could solve for the likes of AMAT and others? Like, let's go deeper in this space and further down the supply chain, boys. Let's go further down the supply chain, boys. The supply chain. What they talking about here? Give me something. Give me something nice. Okay. Entegris, materials purity chalk point. Entegris is an undervalued play on the fundamental necessity of purity in chip manufacturing. The smallest contamination can ruin a nanoscale chip. Entegris provide the critical materials and specialty chemicals management solutions, advanced filtration and purification systems used within AMAT's equipment. As chip features shrink, the need for hyper-pure materials becomes the ultimate choke point. Not purity, no yield, no AI chip. It has strong free cash flow generation and is insulated from the wafer fab equipment cycle because their consumer business is highly resilient. The only issue with something like this is they're likely like heavily diversified, so it won't rip as good as something else. Then Coherent Corp, the optical and laser choke point. I like this, but I like light more, LITE. And then MKS provides instruments, subsystems, and process control solutions. Their vacuum and flow controls are essential for the precise environment within AMAT's deposition and etch chambers. Without precise control over gas flow and vacuum levels, advanced processes fail. AMAT experienced a $250 million negative revenue impact due to a supply chain disruption at MKS in 2023. So MKS is critical. MKS has been up 100% over the last year. Coherent 142. Integris only 16. That's because it's probably a large diversified chemicals business. You know? I'm so proud of AI to be able to do this. This is so impressive. This is so impressive. This isn't investment advice. This is purely in, educational purposes. Just like they say here, AI responses may include mistakes. For financial advice, consult a professional. Not me, someone else. We're just learning, y'all. We're just learning. But I like what I'm learning. I really like what I'm learning. I like what I'm learning. Now, this is fascinating. We're learning so much. This is how you know this is like a video game to me. This is the video. This was the gaming segment, y'all. No, but I'm gonna play some games later tonight. Not on stream. It's getting late. I gotta go grab some food real quick, chat. But W stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is a late one. How long were we rolling? We did a 4-hour stream today. My longest one to date. And it was a bunch of fun. Time flew by. But that's what happens when you're living a life you love and you're having a bunch of fun. But I gotta use the restroom. I gotta go get some groceries. I gotta get some food. And then there were 5. I know. I'm surprised you guys still hanging with us. I'm surprised they're still hanging with us. But Rich Topic, Woe 99, Chris, the Absolute Shred Lords. I appreciate y'all hanging with us. And Chris, especially, I appreciate you hanging, especially if it's late and it's 11 for you, man. This was fun. This was a bunch of fun. We learned so much. We found a bunch of ideas, a bunch of themes. We reacted to some stuff, and we just got smarter. We got smarter. We got healthier. We made sound judgments, sound decisions. I'm gonna have the whole gaming thing set up to where if we want to, we can game tomorrow. I got my PS5 down here, so I gotta set it up. Too much game to miss out on. Nah, I appreciate, man. That's what we're here for, bro. I appreciate that, Rich. So keep rocking, man. Hey, I know you're in Texas. I know some of you guys are also out there in Texas. Stay safe, stay warm, praying that everybody is okay while this Arctic freeze passes by. And wishing all of you all the best. Stay focused, stay humble. And hope everyone has an amazing Sunday. I hope everyone has such a beautiful, incredible Sunday. And we're going to keep making these smart money moves. And I'll be right back here tomorrow. We're going to vibe out, get a lot more work done, come up with some theses. And y'all stay blessed. And I appreciate y'all. And I catch y'all in the next one, all right? Peace and love.